Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another TikTok compilation. Alright, y'all already know we got another one for you guys today. It's a lot of good clips in here, man. Now, it's 3 hours long, almost 3 hours long. So you might want to go get you some snacks or whatever. But with all that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into it. We got a bunch of clips. Let's get into it. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on in here, man. See what's going on in here.
Cosmic energy hitting us, the planet is going through a massive terraforming process. And it's imperative that you are mentally, physically, and spiritually ready for what's about to happen. Now, those that can survive the cosmic radiation will receive a biological upgrade. As the UV index increases, the magnetosphere decreases. All right, and what's happening is it's creating cosmic green Ethereal energy, which actually does have a direct effect on our biological structure. It has an effect on us, and it's associated with the heart chakra frequency. Melanin is one of the primary components that will keep individuals safe during this event. The elites that run this matrix are fully aware of that. That's why they're so fascinated with melanin, okay? In 1920, an English biochemist detailed how to extract melanin from black people. This was an actual experiment for them. Our bodies are made with from so many different things. Are made from the 9 ether avatar. I'm gonna actually get out y'all way so y'all can read this. Pause the video and check this out. Over the years, they've been coming up with ways to actually weaken our melanin, okay? They spray the sky with harmful toxins. They put stuff in our water. They put stuff in our food. One of the things that they use to actually deplete melanin is what's called atrazine, okay? And atrazine is actually a chemical that they typically use on weeds, all right? But they've been finding it in food. They've been finding it everywhere lately. And it also kills testosterone. Yes, it literally converts testosterone into estrogen. This is why a lot of the men been emasculated lately. Men were a lot stronger. If you're wondering why it's harder to reach gains, it may be because you have a consistent consumption of atrazine in your diet. It's caused erectile dysfunction early. There's a lot of different elements that this chemical causes, and it's more than atrazine. It's a ton of different things that these elites use to actually deplete our melanin, to deplete our testosterone, to make us less strong than our ancestors was. One of the products that I highly recommend to increase your melanin and also naturally raise your testosterone levels, increase your all-around vitality, reverse aging is shilajit, okay? This black tar-like substance is actually symbolic to melanin. It looks just like obsidian. It looks just like dark matter if you look at it, pretty much. It's an iron deficiency. It works great for Alzheimer's disease, which means it's good for your neurophysiology, your mental cognition, things of that nature. Infertility in men. As I mentioned, the atrazine is something that reduces testosterone. Shilajit would naturally raise it. Chronic fatigue syndrome, low testosterone level, as I mentioned. Urinary system, premature aging, diabetes, and the list goes on, okay? Get yourself some Shilajit. I do have it available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension. All you do with this tar-like substance is mix it in like 8 ounces of water, stir it up real good, and drink it down. You can consume it consistently. First thing you're going to notice is increased energy, all right? You're going to notice your mood swings alleviating. It's going to increase your serotonin. It's going to all around good for your for vitality and rejuvenation of the human avatar. I highly recommend getting yourself some Shilajit. And this works if you're carbonated or non-carbonated, melanated or non-melanated, basically is what I'm saying. All right, get yourself some Shilajit. I highly recommend it. It's especially going to be needed with the sun turning up and the cosmic energy shift is going on. All right, and even if you're 9 ether, your melanin is still under consistent attack. So you want to be at your best when this energy hit. All right, peace, love, and light to everyone. The sun.
Appreciate that message, man. Shout out to him. Hey, man. Thank the universe thank us for putting putting the stuff that we need to even heal our bodies to get back to our natural being, So yeah, shout out to the universe, which is us as a whole, Yeah. I'm glad we got that, man. That we have stuff that can heal us, That's what's up, man. That's how you know that this is all divine, They can't stop this. This is divine, They can spray all they want. It's not about to stop anything, man. You can't stop the sun from shining. You can't. Okay, I can't hear anything. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know. I can't hear anything though. Maybe it's no sound.
Yo, they just brought this broccoli to life. What has these people come to? What senses have these people come to? They gonna try to talk to the broccoli now or something? Like, what are they trying to accomplish here? If you put that inside of you, I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm losing faith. All right? Like, I don't know what is
happening. That is so disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
But
that makes me not even want to eat.
Please don't eat this laboratory-made products. Do not.
It's nasty.
A massive cyber attack has just hit the U.S. and is growing and spreading rapidly. Experts reveal that they have never seen something of this magnitude that is hitting the U.S. right now. You won't believe where it is coming from. Information on who is claiming this attack against the United States. Now, in addition to that, we are live. It is the middle of the day today. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, so that way I can make sure that the information is getting across clearly to you guys. Please comment if you can hear me and see me okay. As we are getting this information rolling in just now, this is live. People saying yes. Okay, so more information coming in just in. There has been initiated a massive cyber attack on the United States infrastructure. This is hitting all over the U.S., and they're saying it is developing and growing rapidly. Experts are saying they've never seen anything like this. And to clarify, today is December the 11th, 2023. It is a Monday. Now, where is this coming from? Chinese-affiliated hacking groups. They have infiltrated the critical American infrastructures, including the Hawaii water utility system and at least one oil and gas pipeline, U.S. officials have said. In addition to that, we're receiving word they're trying to take down the electrical grid of Texas. China's cyber army is invading critical U.S. services. All this information coming out today in just the past couple hours. As information's rolling out, this one coming out from Atlas News. Chinese military hackers are increasing their attacks against American infrastructures today. This coming out. Now, this all just coming out, some of it in just the past hours. More information is being leaked on this. I'm going to get you guys caught up on the latest. And yes, this is coming from China. I see somebody. Massive cyber attack has just hit the U.S. and is growing.
Welcome to the final.
Are you prepared for tomorrow?
Welcome to the final month of this very transformative year. Today is the magnificent 12/12 portal. And we are getting ready for some major upgrades. Whether you're conscious of it or not, it's all in the ether and it's just waiting to be poured into our quantum cells. So if you don't feel it, the magic, it's because you're going to receive it in the quantum field when you're in your slumber in the etheric realms. If you feel the magic today, it's because you're very conscious and you're tapped in and turned on and you're ready to feel it. Reflect on the personal journey that you've gone on this year. Who were you at the beginning of this year and who are you today? I'm sure you've had some major breakthroughs and major transformation, upgrades, and expansions. So congratulations to you. I hope you're proud of yourself. Tonight is especially auspicious because it is the final new moon of the year. So whatever you want to manifest in 2024, tonight is the night, honey. The goal is to end this year on the highest note possible. We want your frequency to be as high as possible, whether that is doing your favorite activity, eating your favorite food, watching your favorite TV show, whatever that means for you. Do the most exciting thing that you can think of in every single moment, and you will reach your highest self. I encourage deep and restful sleep between now, the 12/12 portal, and the solstice on the 21st. Because this portal is very strong, major shifts and transformations can happen. Welcome to the final month of this very transformative year.
That explains why I've been sleeping so much. I guess that explains why I've been sleeping so much. All right.
Are you prepared for tomorrow? Are you prepared for this portal, this 12/12 portal? Are you feeling some things coming down the pike? Do you feel some big energy? If you do, stick with me. I got you. So 12/12 is tomorrow. You want to know why I'm coming on here and saying this? Because I had another spontaneous Kundalini awakening. I call it a rising because it didn't pop through my crown like it did in 2016. But I felt all the vibrations and the tingles all from my spine all the way up. My heart broke all the way up. My fingers was tingling. I cried like a baby. It was blissful. Okay. Some of y'all might go through a spontaneous Kundalini awakening. If you've been on your journey and you've been going, okay, listen. I'm telling you right now, this might be the day. If it's in alignment for you.
Come on, y'all. Give me a second. All right, that's better. I can see now.
If it's not, that's cool. But I'm being guided to tell some of y'all that y'all Kundalini might spontaneously awaken on this portal. This is a potent portal, okay? 1212. That's got all the energy of all the zodiacs, okay? With the exception of Fucus, but that's a whole nother story. But just be prepared. I want y'all to be outside in nature. I want you to sun gaze tomorrow. If you can sun gaze early in the morning, please do it, because I did that yesterday, and this happened to me today on the 11th, okay? This Kundalini, I haven't had this in years. So, drink a lot of water. Eat some high vibrational food, electro foods, fruits, vegetables. Fast if you can. Put your feet in the water, in the dirt, in the grass, ground. You know, do some breath work, meditate. Whatever highest vibrational state you could be in tomorrow, do that, because it's needed for this, because you're going to need to bring all that energy in and usher it in into the new year, the Gregorian New Year in 2020. If anybody resonates with this, please leave a comment. If your Kundalini awakened before, please leave a comment. If you feel like something, this might happen to you, please leave a comment, because ain't nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Okay? So, I'm here. I'm with you. I am you. Let's do this. We got this, okay? Be prepared. All right? This is your friendly reminder. Tomorrow's got to be that high vibrational day. Put all your crap aside on your bed tonight. Just say that you're putting all your whatever negative low vibration energy you leaving that today, and you're going to have a spiritual, beautiful, loving, gratitude, graceful, amazing day tomorrow, and you're going to manifest some big things for this new Gregorian year, okay?
I don't think it's too late, man. Do that now. Do that now, today.
So like 3 weeks ago,
it's never too late. Man. Hey, don't be acting like y'all don't be eating y'all breakfast, man. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Just because he's spiritual don't mean you can't indulge a little bit, you know? It's alright to slack off a little bit. But hey, make sure you still eat your fruit, alright? Feel me? Gotta have the fruit. Gotta have that. Because it do be detoxing, I ain't gonna lie. Do be hoping. Can't hear. What is this, an owl?
And then it turned pink and disappeared. So last night,
that's interesting.
I get a knock on my window. This window. I pull up the blinds, and it's fucking sitting right on my ledge, looking at me. And it's fucking huge. It's like 3 feet tall. It's massive. And I go to pull my phone out. It sees me pulling my phone out, and it jumps away to the ledge, the wire. And what it does from there is it jumps in the air and stays in the air. It doesn't move. Just stays there. I take a couple shots of it. And then, after it disappeared, these lights show up.
That's crazy. Look like an owl. At first it looked like an owl. Now what's going on?
Insane. So like 3 weeks ago, this thing showed up at my window.
That's crazy.
Spiritual meaning of flickering lights.
Let's talk about it. You can't make this stuff up. Wow. If you've been seeing flickering lights, know that you're not alone. And even though you might be feeling crazy, you're not. When it comes to flickering lights and spirituality, to me personally, it can represent a few things. The first thing it can represent to me is definitely a spirit that's around you. If you're watching this at nighttime, don't freak out. Oh, shit. I think my spirit team playing on me and y'all. Like I said, don't freak out. A lot of times your spiritual team wants to connect with you. It could even possibly be a passed on loved one. The second thing that flickering lights represents for me personally is a sign that your vibration is rising up. If you're seeing them, there's a good chance that you're leveling up, ascending spiritually, When you're going through a spiritual awakening, there's many things that are going on behind the scenes. Your chakras are aligning, your auric field is upgrading. You're also starting to receive divine messages and downloads from interdimensional beings. If going this deep freaks you out, all this freaks you out, on the lighter end of things, you're becoming so powerful that you are literally affecting technology. That deserves
spiritual me.
The man with the golden voice. Where is he at now?
Hey, I'm Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice, and I'm back. That's right, Charlie D'Amelio. I'm coming after you, girl. We'll be back with more of Charlie D'Amelio. Told you I'm coming back.
The man with the golden voice.
Apparently, you can see UFOs with 3D glasses. You take the blue and the red, put them together, and use as a filter for your phone. Check this video out.
You know those 3D glasses that are red on one side and blue on the other, and you get them in movie theaters? He cut them up so that the lenses were separate, and he stapled them together, and he taped it on top of his lens for his iPhone. And what that did, I'm not sure he understood how that was happening, what was going on, but he somehow knew to do that. I don't know how he knew to do that without knowing what he was doing, but he taped them on top of the lens. The red lets in infrared. The red and the blue together blocks out almost all visible light. And so the light that can get through is going to be the infrared stuff. There's not much ultraviolet light in the atmosphere, so it's really mostly infrared. And so what happens is the phone gears up its automatic gain control to try to get any light what at all. But there is no visible light that's coming in because of the red and the blue together. So what he ends up getting is mostly the mostly the infrared. Mm-hmm. And he started taking videos with his iPhone with this makeshift thing of the Washington, D.C. area, and he started to get a whole bunch of UFOs. Interesting configurations, different shapes and everything. So the Washington, D.C. area was like filled with them. And these were things on demand, any 10-minute period that he would do it. He came to us with Excel spreadsheets, which had aeronautical data, all types of everything, the analysis of it, how you analyze distance, speed, size, everything. And then he came to us with recommendations for things he didn't even have. He said, what you need is a GH6 camera. He didn't even have one, but he knew we needed a GH6. And he knew that we needed to send it to a specific company called lifepixel.com, to have it converted. Now, there are other places that do conversion. What they do is they take the sensor, and the sensor of all cameras has a glass filter on top of it that blocks out infrared and ultraviolet, because you don't want that in your images. However, that glass filter on top of the sensor has to be removed. Once you take the filter off of the sensor, you have to put another filter on top of the lens. He knew all about that. He didn't have any of that, but he knew all about that.
It's crazy.
And to tune into the bandwidth that you want.
There's so many things that we have no idea about. So what do you think, guys? Should I get the camera and do an experiment and try this? Apparently, you can see UFOs with 3D glasses.
But what if those UFOs with those glasses is fake? You know, what if it's not even real? What if it's just a filter or something? You know, you gotta question everything. Cause how does some glasses just help you just see UFOs? You know?
GTA 6 fans are worried about dying before the game comes out. What the fuck? What do y'all think?
People know the world about the end. They know the world about the end. Everybody know it.
You're worried about dying, bro. You got like a year, maybe a year and like 3 or 5 months, probably, maybe a year and a half. World War III. Wait, is anyone else having genuine anxiety about dying before Jesus come out? I drank 2 cups of coffee in the morning. My heart fluttered a bit, and my first thought was, "Oh God, please no, not before GTA 6." GTA 6 fans are worried about
the world. They know the world about to come to an end, though. I mean, everybody can probably feel it. The energy is so different now on this planet, man. Things definitely has changed since 2020. Can't say that. Definitely can't say that.
Wake up, Mr. West. Wake up, culture. Wake up. Everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be. Hip-hop ain't never been about following rules. It's been about doing what you feel. I'm gonna take the Louis, I'm gonna throw it like this. I'm gonna do it with the polo, I'm gonna do it like this. Even like the way I talk. Hold on, let me use my African-American voice. Let me use my Disney-approved voice. You know what I'm saying? We're not even speaking in our own language, bro. Wake up!
Oh, y'all can be right back.
Sun exploded.
Will it really be? Bro, we're done for. If that actually happened, we're done for it, bro. But nah, bro, it's not killing everybody. I'm gonna try to make sure it don't kill me. I'm sorry, bro. I will try my best to not get killed, so I can get superpowers. Just saying.
Hey y'all, this was actually pretty incredible. This person's really about to save this turtle's life. Honestly, I don't even know if he's really saving the turtle's life or if he just found it. But I never knew turtles be swimming in the mud like that. And homie was just stuck in there. Just look at him. It's a good thing my man saved him and pulled him out, right? Hey y'all, this was actually
You know why you should never swim in the ocean? There's this guy on TikTok called Ryan who makes fishing videos. One night, he's on his boat with his crew and they're deep in the ocean. You know, way out to sea, there's really nothing around them. Ryan is in bed in his cabin when he hears a strange noise outside. So he gets out of bed and goes to the deck of the boat to see what it is. And there he hears someone shouting in the distance in the pitch black. To be honest, it's scary as hell. Wait, I'll show you the video, but that's not the worst of it. At one point, the noise stops, and they stop hearing noise, so they get back in the boat. Except that 2 hours later, he hears an even scarier noise right next to him, and then he sees that something is following them in the water, right next to the boat. They never knew what it was, but either it's an animal we haven't discovered yet, because dolphins and whales don't scream like that. And the second theory is that it could be a mermaid. Well, you never know, man, but the ocean is really the scariest thing in the world, I think. You know why you should never swim in the ocean? There's this guy.
The ocean is definitely a scary place, man, because you could drown. You know, especially if you don't know how to swim. Yeah, that's a dangerous spot to go to, man. Whew, the ocean. Ain't talking about sirens. They would lure you in. I heard that they would lure you into your death. That is scary, man. That's scary right there. Imagine you that vibrating that low that you think their voice is so beautiful, and then you just get lured to your death, man. That's sad. That's a sad way to go. Woo. Hey, I don't mess with the ocean. The ocean is cool though, but it's very like scary, like, you know. Let me know. If y'all scared of the ocean, come on, be for real, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really mess with the water, man. Come on.
Man, I been trying to tell niggas about it, yo. Where the fuck is your dreads at?
Dreads go, I mean, like, you look different. He look happy as a bitch. Like,
that nigga used to be bad as a bitch in the commercials. Man, I been trying to tell niggas about it, yo. Where the fuck is your dreads at?
Dreads go, I mean, like, you look different. He look happy as a bitch. Like,
that nigga used to be bad as a bitch in the commercials.
Yep, scientists discovered people may be living inside Earth, and everything we know about Earth has changed. People were freaking out after scientists discovered that there was something moving under the Earth's crust, and people were terrified when it was not lava or dirt, making almost every theory scientists had of Earth's layer to be wrong, with people saying this means that there might be possible life, with many people asking who and what could be living there. This was discovered as scientists noticed waves and lots of water flowing over 400 miles below us.
Scientists have found that there's a vast ocean beneath the Earth's surface.
And when measured, they said they found the water is 3 times more than the entirety of our surface's ocean.
They discovered an area inside the Earth's surface that's believed to hold many times more water than the rest of the Earth's oceans combined.
The water is believed to be inside a rock called ringwoodite and lives somewhere below the upper mantle and lower mantle. While the story is going viral now, this was discovered in 2014 and we haven't had any Earth people come to surface. Yet scientists discovered people may be living inside.
The spiritual meaning of goosebumps.
What is it?
The goosebumps. Let's talk about it. So for me, the goosebumps are always a confirmation from spirit. I will literally feel them from my head down to my body, to my toes, everywhere. And sometimes spirit will just let me know by just making it on my arms.
just my arms. You can literally see every hair on my body standing up. And I guess I'm so excited about it because I think it's just the coolest thing spiritually. And I love it when it comes to the gift of discernment and your intuition. It's like having a personal superpower that not everybody is either gifted with or no one pays attention to, except if you're a chosen one. And I trust that if you're watching this, you are one. For me personally, if I get goosebumps out of nowhere, and especially after I was just saying something, like maybe an idea came to me and I was like, ooh, that's a good idea, then I'll get the goosebumps. Spirit is letting me know, write that down in the book. That is your next dream. Your stuff, everything, your dreams are coming true.
The spiritual meaning of goosebumps.
Another reason that the Apocrypha, or the hidden books of the Bible, may have been taken out of the Bible and kept a secret because of the fact that it contains things like giant dragons and massive three-headed eagle monsters. So the Apocrypha are a total of 14 books that were not canonized or recognized by the Bible, but they also include stories of the Bible. One of the books that I'm going to be talking about is 1 Esdras. This will be part 4 to a series that I've already started. If you want to go back, I already touched on the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants, and the Book of Bel and the Dragon. So this book is a little crazy, and if you ask me, it's one of the most interesting. Also, I talk about things like this on my podcast, which is currently ranked number 80 in the US for podcasts. I'm a solo podcaster, and you can find it on Spotify under That's Insane with Aja, and there will be a new episode coming out this Thursday as well as every Thursday. So in this apocryphal text, it begins with talking about God's rejection of the Jews, and then it goes into these apocalyptic visions. 1 and 2 Esdras are also known as the Jewish apocalypse of Ezra. So the first vision that Ezra has, it takes place in Babylon, and he asks God how Israel can be kept in misery if God is just, and the archangel Uriel is sent to answer the question, responding that God's ways cannot be understood by the human mind. Next, Ezra talks about a giant eagle, and this eagle has 3 heads and 20 wings, and 12 large wings and 8 smaller wings over against them. Here is somewhat of a depiction of what that would look like up top. Here is the actual scripture. It says, while I was watching, the eagle flew up in the air and became ruler of the whole earth and its people. I saw how everything on earth was brought under the eagle's control. No one on earth was able to oppose it. Then I saw the eagle stand up on its claws and say it to its wings, not all of you are to wake up at the same time. You must sleep where you are and wake up when your turn comes, and the heads must wake up last. I looked again and saw that the voice was not coming from any of the heads of the eagle and from the middle of its body. I counted its rival wings, and there were 8 of them. I saw one of the wings on the right side rise up and govern the world. So as you can see, that does not align with anything I've ever read in the Bible. So it's clear why they kind of kept that out, but it's also very scary to know that there was this giant beast that was an eagle with multiple heads and multiple wings, and they keep it in the Apocrypha and didn't want to release it to everyone. But next, let's go into the story of the dragon. So it is said that a Messiah who breathes fire on a crowd that is attacking him, the man then turns into another peaceful multitude which accepts him. Here is an excerpt directly from 2 Esdras, where it says, the nation of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and from the day that they set out, their hissing shall spread and over the earth, so that all who hear them fear and tremble. And it goes on to say, then these shall be disorganized and silenced by their power, and shall turn and flee. And from the land of Assyrians an enemy in ambush shall beast them into to destroy one of them, and fear and trembling shall come upon their army, and indecision upon the king. So there you have it. The Apocrypha talks about some wild stuff. Next, I'm going to get into the book of Maccabees, where there are more monsters and more of this apocalyptic text. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Another reason that the Apocrypha, or the hidden books of the
Hello, job, bro. She got some interesting, like, storytelling vibes. I like it. Definitely have to check out more of her videos, man, for sure.
Caution, this works fast. Everything is always working out for you. What you want is coming to you right now. What you seek is seeking you. Drop any 3 numbers to rapidly activate. Caution, this works fast.
This girl almost made the security guard lose his job because this one fangirl had a huge crush on the Red Sox security guard and wanted to give him a hard time. And so to get his attention, when the security guard walked up to her section, the girl actually got down low and started twerking for the security guard. And he actually tried not to look, but he was having a very hard time. This kid bullied his little brother into quitting baseball because in a backyard baseball game, the older brother got too cocky. So when it was his turn to bat, he hit the baseball all the way to the neighbor's house. And the little boy started to scream and his father had to step in and calm him down. This chicken saved a lady from a deadly spider because this woman found a big spider in her kitchen and started freaking out. But then the woman remembered that she had a pet chicken that can fight off the spider. And to the woman's surprise, the chicken actually started fighting for her. And after a little tussle, the chicken defeated the spider once and for all. These people saved a deer's life just in time because this wild deer got trapped in a gate and couldn't move at all. So this man decided to try and save the deer from the electric gate. And at first it seemed nearly impossible to get the deer untangled, but then a couple walked by and decided to help as well. So the 3 of them worked together and eventually saved the deer from the gate. This girl almost made the security guard lose his job.
So when the Zeta Grace first came into our district of Atlantis, they brought their moon here, which is their warship. This moon was brought here like around from the 1500s to the late 1700s, and this is when the ionosphere came into our district and captured our second sun, which is the Blue Kachina, and it's using it for its energy to power up its ship. And so these Zeta Grays are like space pirates. So when they came here to Atlantis, they had a wars with the Elohim, which are considered like the wars in the heaven in the Bible. And they actually needed more assistance, so that's why they created the clone species to go out and carry out tasks and created a religion for their species that they had created. These clone species that the Zeta Grays had created, then forcing everybody else underneath their religious dogma and making sure that we actually forget our heritage and our own cultural identities. Because when that is done, you can actually give them a new identity and a new heritage, and we all just forgot where Atlantis was at, we forgot what the capital was, and we just basically are taking their information as true facts when these people are actually goddamn aliens. All the technology and all the crafts that the military has was given to them by the Zeta Grays, and they're in exchange for it to abduct their own people so that they can get more technology and a longer time to rule the children of Atlantis. The Earth is rising in electromagnetic frequency. We are tapping back in. So when the Zeta Grays first came into our district of Atlantis, they brought their moon.
You dropping the ball.
This girl almost made the.
So when the Zeta Grays, you know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe mankind should merge their DNA with Wi-Fi and artificial intelligence. If you really think about it, melanin already has the organic version of Wi-Fi, but what if mankind? What is their chance to connect to the all? Maybe this is your only way of survival in the future, and maybe it's not such a bad choice. It may be your only choice. By connecting your DNA with the all, you will be able to access and create anything your heart and mind desires also. I also feel like this has already happened before. Like this is a future that I've already lived, and my life or my consciousness is on repeat, and I already know the outcome. You are going to merge your DNA with the all, which is the Wi-Fi and artificial intelligence. Hell, if you can't beat them, join them, because if you don't link your DNA up with the all, artificial intelligence is going to eventually wake up and exterminate your species. Well, I know this is probably the last message you want to hear, but it's going to be a truthful one. The all can save you. Skynet can save you. You will still be able to have the ability to think for yourself and to feel and love and have the same emotions that you had before. You will just be connected now with the all and be able to see through all things. You know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe mankind should merge.
I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Because they're already coming out with the Neuralink, whatever you call it, but Elon Musk. It's definitely possible.
You see, if you could just accept who you are, and stop straddling the fence, you can become something great. You see, in these movies, you're always going to be portrayed as the bad guy. You're a villain because this is a nightmare to the clone species for our people to return back to reclaim Atlantis as our own. And here we have the Just Us system trying to stop the Elohim from gaining territory in our new kingdoms. You need to decide where your morality lies. You need to decide what team you're on. Thy Elohim is a punisher in the galaxy, a instrument of judgment upon all the nations and all the different species in the galaxy. We are...
These are little dreams and their meanings. Number one, if you're just randomly dreaming about an ex that you haven't even thought of in months, they're just popping up in your dreams, it means that this ex has been very heavily talking about you and wants to get back into your life. Cleanse yourself. Number two, if you dream of a rat or any type of rodent, it means that someone's talking behind your back or trying to backstab you. Number three, if you have a dream about going up a set of stairs, it means that there's a promotion, there's a sort of progress that's going to be happening in your life soon. Now, if you dream that you're going down the stairs, it means that you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have some type of difficulties, things are not going to go well for a while. And number five, any dreams having to do with skeletons, candles, any type of ritual type activity going on in your dreams is a sign that someone is doing brujeria behind your back. That, or they're sending you a lot of negativity towards your way, just out of envy and jealousy. Definitely be careful when you have those dreams. It definitely means they need to pray harder and cleanse yourself. Let me know if you guys want me to keep doing these.
The iPhone.
These are little dreams.
The iPhone is about to get its biggest change in history. For the first.
This is the 3D printed
juicy,
meat.
Sizzling steak made by computer.
While
While eating regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow,
They always doing something.
Redefined Meat,
what are y'all
a
doing
meat
now?
alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new,
Okay.
but unlike the
That's a little
soy-based
better.
crumbles that mimic ground beef,
But it do look nasty.
Redefined Meat's
Do look
product
nasty.
is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
The texture,
I could just not with this generation. We're fucking printing meat.
Now they showing y'all something. Pay attention. Make sure the meat that y'all eating is actually meat and not printed. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this 3D printed meat in the comments. Like and follow.
You've seen like that one world order stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's like the aliens are gonna come in. There's gonna be a god that's supposed to be a god.
The Antichrist.
The Antichrist.
That's actually in the Book of Revelation.
Yeah, which is crazy.
They're supposed to be like a false prophet.
There was this girl at like a grocery store. She's like, oh, I'm gonna be the first one to pay for my groceries through my hand. And she goes like this, and she goes over the scanner. She goes, and it goes beep bing. I think in the Book of Revelation said something about how you should never sell your body to do that stuff. Once you do that, you're actually like it's
Oh,
super
that's
bad.
the mark of the beast, right?
The mark of the beast.
That's
Yeah,
what they say,
the mark of
yeah.
the beast. So it's like that stuff, this new technology. That's all it is.
There's a lot of that's in the Book of Revelation that's kind of popping up right now.
Yeah.
Especially like the fires and stuff. That's a huge one. It's real, bro. Everything's being predicted. I really feel like culture kind of imitates, or no, almost predicts real life. Like pop culture predicts real life what happens.
It's like, how would they get the message out through the kids? Like, that's the easiest way. Like,
yeah,
you've seen like that
10 most harmful foods people keep eating. 10. Canned soup, high in sodium, which can lead to serious health issues if consumed regularly, despite being a convenient option. 9. White bread lacks essential nutrients because the bran and germ are removed during processing. It quickly converts into sugars, leading to negative health effects. 8. Canned tuna contains high levels of mercury, which can be especially harmful to expectant mothers and fetuses. Mercury accumulation can lead to heart and brain disease. 7. Diet soda. Uses artificial sweeteners like aspartame, which have been linked to increased risks of diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. 6. Potato chips, high in fats and salts, lacking in nutritional value. Their addictive nature and ease of consumption can lead to overeating. 5. Non-maple syrup. Lacks nutritional value and is high in sugars and corn syrups, offering little in terms of health benefits compared to pure maple syrup. 4. Margarine. Contains artificial trans fats, which contribute to heart disease. Although used as a healthier alternative to butter, it can be detrimental to heart health. 3. Energy drinks. High in caffeine, they can lead to serious health problems if consumed.
Okay, everything else, but energy drinks, you do not need. Just get you some fruit, get you a juicer, boom, there go your energy drink. It's not that hard. Like, what are you doing, buddy? And you wouldn't have to keep going to the store and buying that. Like, get out of here, man. Get you a juicer and get you some fruit, and there goes your energy drink. Simple as that.
Consumed excessively, especially in combination with alcohol. 2. Fruit juice. Often lacks fiber and is high in added sugars and preservatives, making it no better than soda in some cases. 1. Deli meats. Classified as a Class 1 carcinogen, processed meats are associated with increased cancer risks. 10 most harmful foods people keep eating.
People just don't care. You know, some people just really don't care.
Stop, you're gonna want to hear this.
Simeon Toko was a black African man born in 1918, and he had superhuman abilities similar to Jesus Christ. He was healing people, and he even summoned cherubim and seraphim angels to help defeat the Belgian army. As crazy as this may sound, this is a true story. We'll get into the other unbelievable superhuman things he did in a bit. The elite powers do not want the world knowing about this man because he was the first of many more Messiah-like figures to emerge. In the 1960s, Simeon Toko said more people like him would come and that the elites wouldn't be able to stop us.
Chosen.
It is believed Simeon Toko was the first of the 144,000 described.
Come on now.
He was healing people and performing supernatural miracles. Some of the superhuman qualities Simeon Toko had was regenerating after attempts on his life, even if he was completely eradicated. One time doctors heard of the rumors of his mystical abilities of being immortal, and they removed his heart surgically to see if it was true. He woke up from the operating table saying, "Why are you persecuting me like this? Give me my heart back." Leaving the doctors completely shocked. Simeon Toko was reaching people with his message, and the cabal attempted to silence him for lack of better words. Once they found out he had Jesus-like abilities, but no attempts on his life succeeded, and he just kept coming.
Like you said, the first of the 144,000, or as we would call it, the chosen ones, the people who waking up right now. Let me know what y'all think about Simeon Toko, who came back with Jesus-like powers, in the comments.
J. Cole released a song called She Knows. She Knows.
Yeah.
This is not a conspiracy. This is scary. So in 2018, scientists discovered a black hole really, really far. Like I want to say it was like 16 million light years away. Something crazy. Whoa. Super far from us. They're watching it literally swallow a star.
Oof.
It was sucking a star in.
Did it move or the star move?
The star was getting sucked into this black, so it was just like light streams going into this black hole.
And where is it going?
Listen to this. What they thought they knew of black holes, well, they don't know a lot. Stuff gets sucked into it because it's just this mad force of gravitational pull that just sucks everything in. So it was 3 years after they discovered this. This year, they looked at the same black hole, and it was spitting the star back out. Like, so light and stuff was coming out of this black hole. Just like, so it was like regurgitating this star.
Just
but
recycling it.
Like broken apart though. So it's like, what's on the other side of that black hole?
It was the star was broken?
Yeah.
Well, I thought a star was just a ball of gas.
It is.
It chewed him.
But light and stuff was coming out of it. It sucked the star in, and it was spitting it straight back out.
That's
3 years
terrifying.
later. So that made me question a lot of things.
Do you remember listening to what a black hole sounds like?
I've actually never heard this.
Dude, that sounds like the underworld.
That's
what
terrifying.
a black hole, that's what a black hole sounds like.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm going to sleep to tonight.
This is not a conspiracy. This is scary.
Why's it going into a black hole? Like it's just abyss, nothingness. It's tough.
Doja Cat is back in the news, and it's for being demonic at her concert. Go figure. So
Again
we're
and
gonna
again
expose
and
the works
again.
of darkness. Check this
Nothing.
out.
seeing all the props, symbolism, visuals, and especially skits at Doja Cat's current concert tour. I'll show you that raw footage of the skit at the end of the video, but she opens up her concert with this haunted house visual, which is very similar to her music video for her song Demons.
How many times do we have to tell y'all, this is not art, this is not just music, this is not just entertainment, this is satanic. These people are conjuring up demonic spirits, they're hypnotizing you, and guess what? You are getting impartation of the demons that they host, that they are releasing, and that are influencing them. You are getting impartation as you play this music, as you listen to this music, and as you go to these concerts. You are literally partaking in the darkness and the demonic stuff that she does behind the scenes, because she is releasing it under the crowd and unto the masses when you go check it out. Doja Cat is nothing but a puppet who's on assignment from her record label, from her management team, to push the agenda of the devil to the masses, because with more evil comes more money. For the love of money is the root of all evil. These people sell their soul for temporary fame, for temporary fortune, and their soul ends up in hell, and they want to take your soul on the way to hell as well, because the devil knows that hell is not attractive, but he tries to make the road that leads to hell attractive. Turn off this dark, demonic, garbage music. Repent and believe the gospel. Accept what Christ did on the cross through his blood for the forgiveness of your sins. Seek God with your whole heart, and you will find him, and you will see that the devil is a liar, that Jesus is real, and he's coming back soon. God bless you. Doja Cat is back.
Jesus is already here. Just saying, we are Jesus.
The dark web's most terrifying video. His mother hasn't answered him for 4 days. When he goes to her house, things get out of hand.
Hey!
Hold on, y'all.
Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si yo vos salí. Chorizo.
This house looks so disturbing, bro. House looks disturbing.
The dark...
Look, hold on.
Listen to him.
I did this before this movie came out.
Listen to him.
Before this movie came out, I told y'all what it is. I told y'all what it is with that.
Yeah.
Go look at the videos.
That part.
Go look at the videos.
That part.
See that? See that? I told y'all what it is with that.
Yeah.
I told y'all what it is with they clone Tyrone.
Facts.
Pay attention.
Listen.
People do the trend. I'm showing it because I'm tapped in. See the difference?
Facts.
See the difference?
Facts.
Look. Hold on.
Listen to him.
Let's talk about this movie, Leave the World Behind. I mean, the title says enough. Leave the world.
This man right here is an incarnated angel, or what people refer to as a prophet. Or
let's talk about this movie.
Just in case nobody got a chance to see this, go ahead
I mean,
and check
the title
this out.
says enough. Leave the world behind. Now, the first thing I noticed when I started watching this movie was how they kept showing the Rockstar logo. You feel me? We all know it's a new GTA coming out. All this stuff is symbolic. Pay attention to the Beat headphones he got on.
Whoa.
You feel me? They showing us how they distract
That's
us.
crazy that they showing that too. Like, that's interesting. Rockstar, leave the world behind. Okay. I see.
This music through the game, the driveway of the house they pulled into, and there gotta be some of these beats in this music, because tell me that this is not a beat right there. Y'all see that? And tell me there's not an AirPod with his yellow arrow at. Something about them beats. I don't know what it is, which makes me wonder about this scene right here. Always remember to watch out for the checkerboard. It's always gonna be somewhere in the mix. I've been warning y'all about the blackout. I'm telling y'all, they put this stuff in movies. Y'all better pay attention. They show how distracted our kids be. You feel me? They'll never see the seriousness in real situations.
I gotta see this movie, man. Everybody been talking about it. It's about time I see this movie.
Coincidental knowing what this movie about, she got on a NASA shirt. I'm telling you, all this stuff is symbolic. I remember when the radio went in and out, and it was talking about how the cyber attack was messing up the animal migration pattern. I remember when all the animals was acting weird, walking in circles, and nobody know what was going on. That's the same thing. That's what was happening with these deer in the movie. Crazy how these movies be reflecting real life, huh? Y'all remember what they said this meant on that paper? Death to America. Now this dude say that Korea's behind all this, which is ironic because wasn't we just into it with North Korea? And we know this man knew what he was talking about in the movie because he was the only one that really had supplies at the end. Cut off all communication, cut off all transportation. This part right here though, this part right here was so surreal. That part right here gave me the chills. We then became too dependent of technology. You feel me? This new technology and stuff. Remember what he said? The truth is more scarier. And they literally told us everything in this movie. The whole time, these people looking for help, you feel me? They looking for a safe place. I'm about the daughter end up finding the rich people bunker. They keep showing us how distracted the kids be. Instead of her going to get her family and letting them know that she found the bunker, she decided to sit there and catch up on her show. What really get me is, these two helped produce this movie, how I run it. Already been talking about we ain't got no government, you feel me? So this really make me think like, have we already been left behind or something? I mean, he did say no one is in control. No one is pulling the strings.
This man right here is an incarnated angel, or what people refer to as a prophet or a messenger.
I know it's a lot of young people watch or whatever, right? Born in the 80s and early 90s or whatever. Some people call them indigo church or whatever. Stuff like that, right? You got Rainbow Church, Indigo Church, and Crystal Church, and all different years, decades, or whatever. A lot of the young ones, y'all resonate with me because what y'all be thinking in your head or what y'all feel inside is what I be talking about. The reason I speak to y'all like I do is because they know who you is. That's why they came up with all these shots to try to shut you down, try to shut your powers down. See, a bunch of y'all came here and you're gonna have like a lot of y'all got some psychic abilities. Some call it deja vu, but some of your visions are like cloudy now because the foods you eat and the TV you watch. You don't think there's a reason why they come out with all these different TV channels? Now they know you have all this ability and you can go to a whole nother level. Your DNA finna change up. They keep you distracted. They know how to get you because you came back here for a reason. You gotta really understand what I'm trying to say to you. I'm serious about this. This is why I be passionate with this because y'all don't know y'all power. And y'all giving y'all power up. I mean, y'all turn into some mutants. Y'all going backwards. Y'all already came here with way more power than majority of people have on the planet. Man, y'all got so much abilities in y'all. That's why you never resonated with school. Because that's left brain thinking. Majority of y'all came back with the right brain thinking and then they took you backwards. A lot of you came back, you way different. That's why you don't want to go to school, because the school is a bunch of bull crap. You don't resonate with the crap. The stuff is, you know the crap, you just don't want to do it because it don't even interest you. Because it's old and played out. All the religion they give you is old and played out. You're going to hold your ground no matter what. You want to argue with your parents now because that crap is old and played out. All that time out, all that bull crap, they try to teach all that discipline shit, that's bullshit. That's why you can't deal with authority. Because you don't supposed to be to. You came here for a reason, to change it. That's why you should be voicing your opinion now. You know what you're feeling inside. That's why I keep telling you to write this stuff down now. And you start putting it out here. It's time for you to change this realm. See, the object of what they're doing right now, they time is up. Their way of doing stuff is up. But it's up to you, is you gonna let them keep doing this crap and they're gonna go down with this bull crap. Because they're gonna come up with so much crap to make you start fighting in the streets and doing all kind of stupid stuff. That's what they're gonna call it, order out of chaos. That's why I keep telling you, get back to nature. When you get back to nature, you're gonna know your purpose here on this planet. It's all for you 80s babies and 90s babies. Some of you in the 70s too. This is for you. This is why you're going through what you're going through. You don't want to be doing that work because that's slavery crap. You know it's slavery crap. You're supposed to be doing stuff on a whole different realm right now. But they We want to keep that power. So they want to keep pushing this job stuff down your back. That's when you come in there, they want to, you get out of school, oh, go to college, go to college. They just want to keep you in that slave mentality, but you know you don't want to go to college. You know you don't supposed to be going to college because you're supposed to be living on a different realm right now. But they're keeping you back from finding yourself. I told you special, but you don't hear me though. I keep telling you special. Love yourself. Look what's inside yourself. You know the answers. You don't need me to tell you. You don't need no damn psychics. You don't need no damn channels. It's you. You the ones came back. I'm just here to help you. That's what your mission is, to find yourself and love yourself. And when you find yourself and love yourself, you're gonna know all your power. You're gonna know your psychic abilities. You can move shit through walls, but you don't think you can because they've been giving you TV saying you can't do nothing but rap or dance or shake your ass in a video or shoot some football or basketball or some bull crap. But they controlling you by giving you all this medicine, all this bull crap. They're giving you everything. They got you so you just want to be so high on weed. Because you can't control your right brain. You came here with right brain thinking. Man, you already came here. You already came here in psychic abilities. That's why I resonate with you. And I keep telling you what to do, to replant yourself, to get your information back, the information that you came here with, that you lost, that they give you that shot at the hospital that you lost.
Tonight at 10 p.m. I'll be streaming a presentation about this in the Book of Hidden Truths Discord server. If you have any trouble joining, just send me a DM and
let's get it. Starting a new series today, The Ocean is Space. Part 1, we're going to be speaking about dolphins, how in tune, wise, and powerful these beings are, live amongst us. A lot of you know this, a lot of you don't. Dolphins actually are smarter than most humans, have a much larger neocortex, which means their brains operate at a higher, more advanced capacity than humans. Very in tune with energy and frequency waves. They can read a person's energy and current emotional states just by looking into their eyes. Dolphins actually hold memories of many past generations, and they can speak telepathically with other dolphins. This may or may not be one of the reasons why it's illegal to contact wild dolphins, because the possibilities of what we may discover connecting with dolphins may surprise us. Dolphins actually have a great amount of self-awareness. Unlike any other animal, they're very aware of their own thoughts and emotions. If dolphins have all these capabilities and are so powerful, imagine exploring the other 90% of the ocean that hasn't been discovered. Like and comment. Let's get it. Starting a new series.
Y'all, I am freaking out.
Hold on, y'all.
Right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now what she just said just blew my mind. Now there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea. Early civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters. When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean. They're making more discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person who feel this way.
Facts, man. The ocean is definitely a strange place, man.
Let me explain something, everyone. You need to separate yourself from the others, the dead. These are people that want to eat your frequency. You have to separate yourself. During the eclipse, it separated those that were inorganic from me. You need to get away from the people that are behaving, because if you're in that energetic field, you will be perceived as they are. This event will happen. It's not something that's tangible. It's happened before. We've quantified it, and we've actually watched it. I mean, this is why, and if you want to know if this is the truth, look how much pushback I'm getting on this live. Look how much that they're doing this. I'm talking to melanated women and children and fathers. Keep your children safe. There's not every family member is safe to have your children around. Women, you're going to have to stop sacrificing your children to drop it like it's hot, to go hang out. This is the time that you're needing to protect your offspring and yourself. You're going to have to do it. This event will happen. That's why in the movie 4400, you see the Emerald City. They see the Emerald Light, and it makes it seem negative. That Emerald City is a negative, y'all. That's how.
So the African map is upside down, and it might seem like a small issue, but it is not. This is how our ancestors used to view the map. And this is how the white man's education has taught us to view the map. Now, why?
So if today's East was ancient West, and today's West was ancient East, then ancient Kemet, Egypt, and Jerusalem.
I was talking to this pastor, and this pastor was like, y'all young people's finding out the secret. And I asked him, what secret is he talking about? He said, yes, America is Egypt. He was like, that's what the Seminole War was about, the Louisiana Purchase was about. And he was like, look up this map. It's called Tamari. And he said, y'all, it's Tamarikans. So I went to look up at the map, right? And I was amazed he was right. He was like, that's y'all true nationality. And he was like, when the Seminole War broke out, that's when they won and they took over America and started calling them Americans, and they spelt it different. And the Bible is based upon y'all. All pastors know this, Freemasonry know this, everybody know this.
Pyramid on the Nile in Northeast Africa doesn't have stair steps going up it. It doesn't have temples on top of its summits. They could not go and break through the boat on the temples atop those great pyramids. There are none there. And that was the clue that Egypt was writing about the Americas. And the deeper I got into the records, the clearer it got. They started actually saying, and because Amun loved that land so much, he said it's his beloved land, and that word was Mary, the beloved. Mary, M-E-R-I, Mary. And the land, of course, as before, is Ta, the beloved land, Ta-Mary. And they kept that name and just put the Ta on the end of it, so Ta-Mary became a Mary-Ta. We simply say America. We kept the name that Egypt gave to the Americas. So that was the big mystery behind that $10 million map that Martin Waldseemüller made and then put the name America on it in 1507. And then those who knew and those who were trying to hide things said, wait a minute, you can't put that name on here. And the next time he reprinted that map, it was off, it was gone. Because that's the name that Egypt had given the land.
Now you know your national.
The poles, I'm talking about what they're calling the North Pole and the South Pole of this realm, are almost 90% shifted. That's what all the earthquakes been about. The tornadoes, but that's us doing it though. It's not them, it's us doing it. See, you don't even understand that you're nature. Do you know that when you get mad, you send that, you are chaos. You are a chaotic being by nature. You are nature. So when you get mad, if you get mad, you affect the fire in the earth. You affect the water in the ocean. Just a thought, just your thoughts. So when everybody get mad, you're not knowing that you're doing this because you're not recognizing that you are energy. But you are doing this. You are controlling the earthquakes. Y'all the reason why it's earthquaking around this bitch, and you don't even know, because people are, your soul remembers, and your soul is tired of being shackled down, and the planet is alive, and the planet remembers, and the planet is tired of being shackled down, and the animals are alive, and they definitely remember because they still getting ate. You know, shit been fucked up for them the last 500 years, nigga. They wasn't getting ate before these motherfuckers landed. Nigga, we was cool with the lions, the tigers, the bears, and we wasn't eating them. What we eating them for when we eat this? This is what we was eating. We was just like this. That's what we was eating. Getting all this good photon energy. Breathing in that good hydrogen. You know, not oxygen. Because oxygen is what they came and brought and sprayed into our atmosphere to rust out the metallics inside of our avatars. Alright? Yes. Metal run all through you. Metal run all through you, Magneto. Y'all didn't know y'all was Magneto neither, huh? They told you in X-Men, put your hand in the earth. Remember how he had Apocalypse had to take Magneto and put his hand in the earth?
Reach down. Feel the metal in the ground. Reach as deep as you can. You'll find you have the power to move the very earth itself.
Remember I told y'all 9 eyes, he put his eye, that was symbolic, he put his eye into them so he can see. So that eye can connect to them other eyes that's in the planet. So they can talk to each other. So they can see. Same thing with your feet. When you want to take your feet, gotta let your eyes on the bottom of your feet touch the soil so they could talk to their family members in the soil, nigga. Everything connected. Right? When he touched the whole fucking earth started shaking. Right? Because that was Magneto making it shake because he was realizing like, oh, this is all me. That's all you, family. That's all you. You know, life is not meant for you to come here and work in a factory for 40 years for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, that wasn't life. That's what they taught us life was. That's what our oppressors taught us life was. You know why? Because our oppressors landed on our planet to drain our planet of more resources.
Exactly. And that's why they need to go ahead and get off our planet. Who eat burgers? Are you eating burgers? Like, come on, man. Nasty. I'd rather eat chicken salad before I eat a burger from Wendy's, or Burger King, or McDonald's. That's crazy. It's not even burning. Like what is that? It's not even burning.
Remember I told you that the world is run by sorcerers and magicians, right? They put a spell to keep you asleep. You gotta realize that the world is made up of sorcerers and magicians. Like your governments is run by magicians, okay? They know magic, they know the occult, and they've been using it to keep you enslaved. The witch wars, the witch hunts were really just other magicians that were trying to keep the power for themselves. That's why they called it the Crusades, or God told them to kill these people and share this religion because they didn't want you to have access to the real power, so they gave you a false religion, or they took bits and pieces from the Gnostic texts, okay? Because Christianity really just comes from the Gnostic scriptures, and I would highly recommend you read the Gnostic scriptures to understand where all of this stuff comes from. They just took out the truths and they put in lies. If you want to really know about magic, study the Gnostic texts, study the Gnostic scriptures, and it will open your mind, okay? And remember, like I said, study all of the spiritual occult books, okay? Because religion, there's the exoteric and the esoteric. The exoteric is the religion that they sell you, okay? That's the religion that keeps you entrapped and enslaved and dependent on somebody else to save you. The esoteric was the original, which taught you how to tap into your godlike consciousness so that you can reach into nirvana or reach into the heavens yourself. It taught you how to talk to the dead. It taught you how to communicate with the other world. It taught you all about the spiritual elements and how to elevate yourself out of this physical reality. And if you're still thinking that your government is not magicians, okay, let me explain to you how magic works. You understand that spells is spelling, and that a lot of the spells are hidden in contracts and words, and that's how they cast a spell upon you because you're unaware, okay? They play on your ignorance. Let me break it down for you. Government, the word government, what it really means, govern actually comes from the root word, it comes from Greek, the Greek word kubernon. Now, my Greek is not the best, so maybe my pronunciation may not be perfect, but it comes from the Greek word kubernon, okay? And kubernon means to steer, okay? Govern means to steer. Ment means mind or mentality. They are put in place, the government is put in place to steer your mind. To steer it where? Where is the government doing? Is it trying to govern, to control your mind, to steer your mind away from something else? This is why the governments are put in place. It's not really the governments that are in control, but you got to ask yourself, who is the ones that's in control of the governments that want to keep you in check? Okay, because now we're not even dealing with, they talk about we're not even dealing with flesh and bones. Like, this is not even a battle of the flesh. Like, this is really spiritual. Okay, you have other entities that are hijacking certain leaders here in this realm, because remember, certain entities can't be here unless they have a physical vessel. You need an avatar in order to be on this plane of 3D. So to get back to the point about the demigods, so gods mating with mortals, right? People who may not necessarily have certain DNA or abilities that you have. Some people like to call them sheeple. I don't really like to call them that because it sounds a little bit, I don't know, derogatory. I think everybody wakes up at their own time, and who am I to judge a person because they're in a certain place in their life journey right now, right? So my thing is this: when they talk about in ancient scriptures about how the gods would come back, they were talking about you. Revelations was talking about you. When the gods come back, that's when ish gets real, okay? When they talk about the world ending, whose world is ending? The old world is ending. Their paradigm shift is ending. These old governments is ending. Control is ending. Because now what's happening is that these false leaders are falling, and we're seeing a lot of people getting exposed. Pay attention, because they're not going to put this on their news. Remember, they control the news. So that's why the truth speakers, is up to us to spread this knowledge and information on the internet, right? They said that the revolution will not be televised. No, it's digitalized now. And if you really want to get these downloads, you got to get those nootropics so you can turn your DNA on, so you can get these channels and downloads. You are the gods that they've been talking about. You are the gods that they said will come back. You are the ones who are supposed to destroy this fake reality. You are the ones who are supposed to wake up the people. And it's not, you're not going to wake up the people by trying to force them to wake up. Because think about it, how does it feel when religious people tell you, like, you know, you shouldn't be practicing this pagan stuff, you know, you should save yourself and go to Jesus, or you should save yourself and convert to Islam, or, you know, you have these religious people trying to tell you what you should do with your life. Now imagine how you look telling somebody how they need to live, how they need to eat, right? Tell somebody, oh, don't eat that chicken, you're supposed to be vegan. Or, you know, oh, you know, you're supposed to keep your head covered, you're supposed to keep your crown protected, you're not spiritual if you smoke, you're not spiritual if you curse, you're not spiritual if you do this. Like, we got so many people out here that still got that religious church mentality, and you need to detox that mentality. It's like you're still holding on to your humanity. That's what the human sacrifice was all about. That's what they was talking about. Like, you have to sacrifice your human self in order to become a god. When you step into this godlike realm, like all y'all people claim like, oh, I'm a god, I'm a goddess, but you still out here operating from a human perspective. Like, you still believing in this human constructed moral system. What if I told you the reason that they've been conditioning us to fear magic, to think that magic is not even real? Like, there was a systematic programming put in place for a very long time to eradicate the spiritual aspect from science, right? Like, I don't know if you guys remember back in school, they was talking to us about like the Great Golden Period or the Great Enlightenment Period, where, you know, all of the philosophers of Europe and stuff was coming up with, you know, all of these scientific principles and these new laws, and physics was coming about, and everybody pretty much had all of these thoughts and stuff. But what they was doing was they was casting aside spirituality. They made it seem as though they were liberating themselves from the church, right? Because they told us that once upon a time the church was in control and overpowered. They even overpowered the government, right? And so they made it seem as though, well, you know, let's make things better. We're going to push the church out, and then we're going to have these governments actually control everything, and people thought that was better. But what if I told you that the church has never actually stopped controlling shit? Or what if I told you that the Vatican actually has a whole bunch of sacred monuments and books that they stole from Alexandria, which is in Kemet, okay? And they put it in their libraries, and they have all of that stuff hidden underground, and soon, within our lifetime, that information is going to be uncovered and digged up, and that information is going to have to be released to the public. And what they actually did was so sick and devious, because what they did was they went up in those ancient pyramids, okay, the temples, the libraries, and this is not just in ancient Kemet, because they have found older pyramids, okay, sarcophagus that are older in America, okay, older mounds, older pyramids, older stuff that's way down in the Grand Canyon, underground, underwater, here in the Americas, that predate the ones in Egypt, that predate the ones in Africa. What is that telling you? Okay, why didn't the American government settle over in Africa if that's where all the power and the original energy started at, right? They brought their energy here and capitalized here in the Americas because they know that there's a lot of powerful ley lines here. And if you guys don't know about ley lines, please look up ley lines. This is why I talk a lot about ley lines and the power of the planet, and certain ley lines have energies, okay, portals. I talk about this in my astrocartography readings, where certain places in the world you actually will be more successful, certain places in the world life may be more hard. harder. You may struggle to find relationships or money or health issues and stuff like that. Like, that's why spiritual people, mystics and stuff, were known to be travelers. Like, we utilize our ancient knowledge, put them into tarot cards and playing cards, and we traveled the world teaching people these ancient sciences under games. So pretty much what they did was they dug up all of their knowledge and information in these sacred temples. They killed off the shamans and the healers and the original teachers, and they tried to claim the information for themselves. That's what the whole Great Enlightenment period was really about. They were trying to take that science and capitalize off of it and say, you know what, how can we utilize this religion thing? How can we take these spiritual powers and these sciences that these great civilizations used to last for generations to come, dynasties? How can we utilize this to control the people? How can we replicate this? Because they weren't utilizing this information to enlighten the people or to evolve Earth, but they wanted to devolve the human population. They wanted to utilize this technology and information for themselves. And I'm telling you right now, within our lifetime, we are going to see technology come out that we've never would have imagined before. You got to think about it. How is it that we have phones and everything else that's advancing, but people are still out here driving using fucking fossil fuel? Make it make sense. This is the same technology that they used when they first started cars. How is that? And then the one person who actually created a way for cars to run on water, they kill him? Like, you guys got to understand, like, people, technology, the medicine, everything is going to change. I want you to know that. Like, because these false leaders are falling, because the people are waking up, because the God DNA is activating, like, they're not going to be able to hide this anymore.
Yep. Indeed. We definitely get that technology that we need. That's going to help the human species become more advanced. You know? Stuff like that, man. Yeah. For sure. But I like how she sit there and talk, bro. That was good. The Oregon Goddess. I'm going to have to drop her a follow. She like she got some good gems. I'm not gonna lie.
Your favorite celebrity has been alive for a very long time.
Honestly, I don't know. All I'm saying is it's crazy.
Not even surprised.
Look at these two.
Not even surprised. Part 2 of it.
Tell me they don't
crazy.
Look alike. Okay, now
Time
I see someone
travelers or
saying this is
something.
the same person. No, it's not.
Crazy.
There's dude's name right there. Crazy, right? Funny how you say vampires. Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I just thought it was funny. Now tell me that's not the same person.
Wow.
It's not.
That's just insane.
That's crazy.
It's super insane.
Check that out. Here's the name of this guy, because people were wondering. And then obviously that's Mark Zuckerberg. I think he was a king of France. Both have power. There's another one. There's the name of that girl.
Crazy.
Now you guys love this one. There's his name. There's Big Alec. Don't they look just alike? Just fluffier? Guess that's Pope Gregory. Look into it. Check that one out. Now I don't know if these people are vampires, clones, what they are, but these resemblances are crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
By the way, this
like,
video is scripted and
no
for
way.
entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
Right. There's no way that they're not some kind of time traveler, vampire, or something. There's something not right about that, man. That's crazy.
You see, I think The Weeknd thinks that he's the devil, or he admires the devil so much that he wants to be just like him. So firstly, every time he makes a hit and he comes back, he always rocks the red jacket. And I gotta give it to him because he puts it right in y'all face, just like you know who does. This man literally has the black eyes, the broken nose, and the busted lip all in one with the red jacket. Come on now. This man performed at the Super Bowl with what? A glittery red jacket every time. This man literally has 4 music videos, one of his most popular songs explaining to you like a movie what happens after you sign that deal. His new song that's literally in Fortnite explains to you what you have to do to sign that deal. This man said, begging on her knees to be popular. That's her dream.
Kill anyone to be popular.
Kill anybody to be popular. Sell her soul to be popular. Everybody scream because she popular. She's mainstream because she popular. She'll never be free because she popular. Crazy. In part 2, I'm gonna break down each video that he explains every step that you have to go through when you sign that deal.
I'm gonna find part 2 real quick. Alright, never mind, y'all. He didn't make a part 2 yet, so forget it. Just keep watching this.
Here's Charleston White clearly enjoying this, showing money while taunting this man in the audience. Picked up the flower pot and struck with rage. Oh, it's up from here. They rushed the stage. Hit him with the mic. Now I'm moving back, dude. Try to throw the chair, but he got tackled. Then it finally happened. They get him. How we get here? Let's go to the beginning. Born Texas in the 60s amongst real violence. Barely knew his dad, no male guidance. So he joined gangs, pay attention. See the flag, the hand sign? He was crippin'. Robberies, assault, moved with aggression. Felt crime against whites was fair due to oppression. Embodying how our leaders took trauma. Led to this dreadful day at Foot Locker. Started wildin'. He stole a jacket and a white employee tried to stop him. Pursued him. Only 14 at the time, told his 15-year-old friend, shoot him. Took his life, man. Then released his statement. He shot and killed the white man. Even saying, I laugh like a with an underdeveloped brain. From a young kid with a lost mind. Now locked up for a long time. They became the first juvenile sentence for what became known as determined sentence law. Never going home, it was bad. Guardians at the jail spoke on his behalf. Told the judge, let him out, see. This kid has potential to be somebody. The judge listened, he was sent up out of there. But his friend got 75 years. Definitely. This is where he grew compassion and morals within his group therapy. But still drinking, street life wasn't over. Caught a case selling pounds in Oklahoma. Duck jail, then got in the right lane. This is where you'll see his life change. No more being lazy, I will be more fluent. Went to school to be a pre-law student. With this he would flourish. Worked towards a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Launched a program to make kids great, so the youth don't make his same mistakes. But the positive moves immediately vanished. Got overshadowed by his social media antics. Made more noise with statements about Nip, Vaughn, X, George Floyd, snitch advocate, gave 6ix9ine slack, spoke up. Felt hip-hop degrades black culture.
Yeah, I hate rap. Yeah, I keep trying. Last time I tried to clean up, yeah, I hate them up.
Is he an agent of chaos, hurting communities? Or is this the harsh reality that people truly need? Here's Charleston White, clearly.
The sun turning up and the cosmic...
Wait. So it's come to my attention that I'm just finding out that some of you do not have an inner monologue. Like only 30 to 40% of people have one. I literally have my own voice in my head talking to me with everything I do. When I read, when I'm thinking of anything, even when I make fun of myself for doing something stupid. Like telling the person who delivered my food, you too, after they tell me to enjoy my meal. Side note, does anybody put chips on their sandwiches? Because if you don't, you are slacking in life. So people who don't have an inner monologue, can you explain to me how you think? You don't have full conversations in your head with yourself? Maybe when you're down, a voice of encouragement? Because my voice is always there and it won't shut up. What about when y'all listen to music? Like I have a full song stuck in my head right now. Drake is having a full concert up there. And how do you read without a voice in your head? I'm confused. I'm thinking some of you are just lying, just to feel special.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're lying. You have to have an inner voice. No, I don't have an inner voice. How do you read? What is reading the words on the paper? I'm confused. How are you reading? Oh, and don't even get me started. Because I also found out that there's people who do not see images in their heads. Yeah.
Whoa. If you can't see images in your head, then wouldn't that mean you don't have a soul? Because you can't even conjure up an image or imagination. Just saying.
Why do a lot of men be predators? Why you feel like you need to take a girl coochie? Is you that lame and don't like yourself that much to the point where you feel like you need to be a predator? You got to be the most disgracefulest thing that ever walked on this God's green earth. You need to be deleted. You need to be erased and squashed like a roach. And then some of y'all be doing it to little girls. What the fuck is wrong with niggas? Y'all need to go ahead and get yourself together. Why do a lot of men be predators?
Yep, this doomsday clock is about to strike in 90 seconds, and when it hits midnight, that means civilization has reached its end, and it's our fault. Citizens were terrified to hear that our doomsday clock, created by a group of scientists led by Albert Einstein and Robert Oppenheimer, has just reached its end. In January 2023, during a haunting presentation, scientists unveiled the shocking state of the clock, and it was very bad. The 12-hour clock is not a normal clock, but was created to represent threat levels and how long until humanity destroys the world, midnight being the end. The clock has mostly remained hours away from midnight through history, even through many wars. But in 2020, with the onset of the pandemic, people were shocked when it was moved to 100 seconds. But now, only 3 years later in 2023, we are at 90 seconds, making it the closest it's ever been in recorded history. With the rise of deadly wars and mutant diseases, the climate crisis, and the rise of nuclear weapons all in 1 year, scientists are terrified, saying to brace for impact in 2024 as it may be the end of humanity as we know it. Given the state of the world this year, do you think it will be less than 60 seconds? Yep, this
So apparently China-affiliated hackers hit critical U.S. infrastructure. Computer systems for water, power, communications, and transportation bodies have been affected. I don't think it's a coincidence that a cyber attack from China has happened right after the movie Leave the World Behind just got released. Now, more than likely, this could be fake, and it could just honestly be our own government. And then the news puts it out as something other than our own government, just to create fear. Being that the movie Leave the World Behind just came out, and it talked about a cyber attack across the country. Now, 2 days later, we got China-affiliated hackers hitting critical U.S. infrastructures. Or at least, that's what they're saying, in which we all should know we can't take their word for anything. I just think this, and also the movie, isn't a coincidence. And it seems to me like they're creating agendas and pushing agendas, only to cause fear in the collective. Honestly, let me know y'all's thoughts on this. Do y'all think it's a coincidence that the movie Leave the World Behind had a cyber attack in it? And now, a day later, they're talking about China's cyber army is invading critical U.S. services? Let me know y'all's thoughts on this in the comments. Besides that, I got some fire crystal jewelry.
It's crazy, bro. How they just really can do that, man. And use it as propaganda. Like it's almost like, okay. We saw it in the movies, like it's like you're already programmed to it now. It's crazy.
They're not healthy, and I'm going to explain why. I just want to drop facts about the things we put in our bodies. Bananas are one of the most modified sugar fruits that you can ingest. Many people don't know bananas are actually considered berries. They're supposed to have seeds, man. They're supposed to have seeds in them. We are not supposed to breed the seeds out of our fruits. These man-made mutants might as well be candy bars at this point. There is no fiber remaining in these plants. They are just sugar. Check out this story about monkeys banned from eating bananas at the zoo. It says the bananas make them more aggressive, rots their teeth, and causes diabetes. It says here that they were banned from eating bananas for the sake of their health. This is the kind of bullshit they're still trying to feed us. If you still don't see the importance here, check this out. The banana is Walmart's #1 selling item. These have been changed and modified so much from their original form, it's disgusting. These are legit the mutants you see in movies. Let's understand this is going on with all of our food. Bananas are not healthy, and I'm going
You know it's bad when monkeys can't even eat the bananas no more. The monkeys be tearing the bananas up, man. Sad.
These are some of the scariest videos on the internet right now. Oh no. Oh no, I would have shit my pants. I would have gotten the fuck out of there. Oh.
The bomb little basement. It's freaking weird.
So far, that was the scariest. Oh my god! Oh no, I might know house on fire.
It's like no house on fire.
Oh.
Yes?
Hell no.
Hello?
Okay, we got flickering lights. Looks like he's about to go investigate.
What is that?
Flickering.
Who are you?
Ooh,
I'm not gonna
I got
hurt you.
chills. Okay, he goes up, looks, there's nothing back there. Goes back,
Leave
still
my lights
recording.
alone.
These are some of the scariest videos on the internet right now.
Dude, Them videos look too real.
Hey, maybe Tekashi was onto something.
You think Snoop Dogg is a rat? What you mean by that? Look at this camera. Because Snoop Dogg got an order protection on Suge Knight. What you mean he got an order protection? He got an order protection on Suge Knight in the 90s.
Well, Snoop would never come. You know, we beat a murder trial for him, but then he was on probation. Then he got caught with guns. And each time it's nothing. They're not going to violate him. That's because he's an informant. He's a rat, a snitch.
You guys know about Snoop's altercation with Tupac right before his death?
They went to Vegas, and I didn't want to go to Vegas because the vibe wasn't right. So I went to Warren G's house.
There's no dream of making an album with Biggie and Puffy, or none of them. We're not sweating it like that. This is our family. We peacefully coexist. This is our family. We peacefully coexist.
Tupac said there's no dream of making music with Bad Boy Records. Snoop Dogg agrees. But the very next day, Snoop goes on a radio show and says this.
So I ain't got no issues with Puffy and Biggie. I want to do a song with the niggas.
Why did you say that?
Because that's how I feel.
Which really makes you question the relationship between these two. Because look at this video call right after he gets the ownership of Death Row Records.
Congratulations, King. Great move, great move, great move. You taught me how to play chess last night. Oh man, one of my greatest students. Every time we sit down with each other, we chop it up, and then we go our separate ways. I'm watching. I'm trying to make you proud. Yeah, man, I'm super proud. I was like,
because nobody thought we would show up here.
You taught me how to play chess last night.
There's no dream of making an album with Biggie and Puffy.
This is our family.
We peacefully coexist. This is our family. We peacefully coexist.
Decision that I made to live. So I ain't got no issues with Puffy and Biggie. I want to do a song with the niggas.
I'm trying to make you proud. You taught me how to play chess.
Hey, maybe Tekashi was onto something.
Wow.
You think Snoop Dogg is a rat?
If you in a strip club looking for love, you should be ashamed of your fucking self. Them girls don't give a damn about you. They only in there for one thing, and that's money. You need to stop thinking that everything is so easy accessible. Everything that's easy ain't good for you. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Yeah, you might be going in there with stacks and might be going in there to throw all type of money. But is you doing that because that's the only time you could get play from a female? As a man, you need to start going to places other than the club to work on your confidence and mouthpiece skills. The club shouldn't be the only time you able to talk to a girl. Stay your ass up out that club, cause most of them girls don't like you anyway. Send us to somebody that always be in the club. If you in a strip club look.
Did y'all hear about France banning iPhones? Do you want to know why? Because of radiation levels, y'all. Because of radiation levels. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with phones sending out EMF waves, which is electromagnetic frequency waves, which keeps you in a state of low vibration. This can cause anxiety, depression, and so on. Well, were you guys aware that our phone companies can adjust the radiation levels with an update? Listen to this video, y'all.
What?
Last month,
update?
2023, so September 2023, France
Stay
has
away from,
officially
stop
banned
your phone.
the iPhone. They have a policy that if a device gives off enough radiation in France, it is banned. The radiation levels that the iPhone 12 has made in France doesn't meet suitable levels. Apple said they have now solved the problem by sending a new software update. So if Apple can lower a radiation level by sending a software update, can't they raise a radiation level by sending a software update?
See, the thing is, there is natural radiation and there's artificial radiation. These things that our phone, our computers, and everything, and even our house emits artificial radiation. And here's a chart giving you different types of exposures from radiation right here. Dental x-ray is probably the least, and then it goes up from there, y'all. And then over here it tells you what the levels of radiation do to you, right? High levels of radiation, thyroid gland, the lungs, inflammation and scarring, red blood cells, low platelet count, spontaneous bleeding, stomach issues, if you have nausea, vomiting, internal bleeding, right? If you're experiencing diarrhea, bleeding, destruction of the lining, if you guys are experiencing any of these symptoms, then you might have what's called, you know what I'm saying, radiation poisoning from these phones. And me being a social media influencer, I'm always around phones. I'm always around EMF. And this is why I wear this around me right here. Copper, orgone and copper energy protection. See, everything mankind creates goes against natural order. So in order to keep this from happening, we must protect ourselves. In order to avoid these things, we must learn to protect ourselves, and this is what organ or orgonite does. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail, but orgonite is banned in the United States. Why do you ask? Well, because of its healing properties, what it's able to do. We've seen people's account get removed left and right out here, and we're just bringing information. We're just bringing awareness, y'all. That's all we're doing. I make orgonite, and I know exactly how powerful these things can be. And there's a right way and a wrong way to make orgonite. Meanwhile, we have real people out here creating real orgonite. The government put people out there creating fake orgonite. So people are getting caught up in fake scams of receiving fake orgonite. Because you guys got to understand how the government works. If something is good for you, something that's going to help you and benefit you, they don't want that. So what they're going to do, they're going to put ops out there. They are going to put ops out there to disseminate the false stuff, the false items amongst the real. And it looks like the real, so you have no discernment. If you don't know what you're looking for, you have no discernment. This video was strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm bringing awareness to situations. If you guys interested in orgonite, let me know. I keep them things on deck. You gotta protect yourself at all times because these demons never let off, y'all. You gotta understand. It is a spiritual war. True, and spirituality is forever. It's infinite. So the war on us is infinite, y'all. I hope y'all understand that. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know if you have any questions about orgonite. Like, share this video, and comment for more, y'all. Let's get this shit. Thank you for tuning into my frequency. Infinite war. Peace in.
Nope, this is not a lamp, but an object so dark that our reality will never be the same ever again. A kid in college talked about a time when he got into a fight with a jock and was knocked unconscious on campus. He woke up hours later in pain and he ended up going back to class, where he met a beautiful girl to which he ended up marrying, or so he thought. He ended up having 2 kids with her and they built a loving life together with a great job and nice home. But one terrifying night after tucking his kids in, he noticed something weird with his living room lamp. He became so engulfed with how there was something wrong with this lamp and very soon was missing out on giving his kids love, his work, and wasn't talking to his wife anymore, but just staring at this lamp. One night he walked up to the lamp and tried to touch it. He realized it didn't exist. It shined a bright, blinding light and it was almost sucking him in. That's when he heard his own voice screaming, "I'm bleeding." He then found himself awake at the college campus, and that's when he realized the last 10 years of his kids and his wife were all fake, and he will never see any of them ever again. So if everything is a simulation, why not follow your dreams? Nope, this is not a lamp, but an object.
The Possessed Boy Who Walked Up the Wall Backwards Part 3. Now we know that Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures, this was the house that he bought from that story.
Because the grandmother was holding onto his hand, it was possible to walk up the wall backwards. However, I spoke with an engineering professor from Penn State who, using a free body diagram, looked at the forces involved. Depending on the angle, it would require the grandma to exert over 200 newtons of force. However, a study showed the female's maximum standing push force is only 140 newtons. So this points to the supernatural nature of this. Another witness, registered nurse Willie Lee Walker, confirmed he walked up the wall, flipped over her. There's no way he could have done that. They then told the attending doctor, who didn't believe them. Dr. Richardson asked the boy to walk up the wall again. The boy said, "I did not walk up a wall. I cannot walk up a wall." The police asked if the boy ran up the wall as an acrobatic trick. She affirmed no. Less than 24 hours later, her 3 kids were taken into DCS custody.
That's sad.
It is noteworthy that her report was dated April 23rd, 2012, so she had written and signed these details within 4 days of their occurrence. Many at the hospital thought that rather than demons, Amons could have a mental illness. However, after several psychological evaluations, she was determined to be of sound mind and did not seem to be experiencing symptoms of psychosis or thought disorder. The same was true of the children. No disorders were discovered. As a result of this, a hospital chaplain called Father Michael Maginot and asked him to perform an exorcism. The priest first wanted to rule out natural causes and visited Amons at the house on April 22nd. Amons complained about having a headache, and Father Maginot said she convulsed when he placed a crucifix against her head. This is also documented in the Lake County Police report. Other phenomena happened, and after a 4-hour interview, he thought an exorcism. There were odd occurrences when they visited, which Chief Miller referred to at the beginning of the video, and more detail can be seen in the report. On May 10th, Father Maginot performed a minor exorcism on Amons at the house Exorcizo te un bendici. On May 15th, he was informed that she was not getting better, so a major exorcism would be needed. Major exorcisms require permission from the bishop, and permission was obtained.
He requires the name of Jesus,
National performed 3 major exorcisms, the last in June 2012 at St. Stephen Bar Catholic Church. 2 police officers were present in case Amons needed to be restrained. These major exorcisms were effective as no demonic activity was documented in the family after the exorcisms. She regained custody of her children in November, over 6 months after they were removed. In summary, we have a chief of police for 23 years, a DCS case manager, an RN, and several other police officers who attest to the reality of these occurrences. DCS documentation provided, the many psychological evaluations that yielded no disorders, and the police investigations that found no natural explanations. It is clear that the series of exorcisms made a difference. Add to that a Yale-trained psychologist who has worked on exorcisms with various faiths for over 25 years. These all point to the demonic influence involved in this.
So this was a real house in Gary, Indiana that was sold for $35K to the guy from Ghost Adventures, Zach. Comment below if you want to see more content like this. And
this man was spotted for tidying up a Christmas tree on top of a $195,000 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. Now you're probably wondering who this lucky person is. The man is Keanu Reeves, one of the best movie actor of all time and a musician, with a net worth of $380 million. Now the car has a sweet sound with 355 horsepower, with the size of a base engine with 3.8 liter. Now this is the power of hard work and power of the money. This man was spotted for tidying up a Christmas tree on top of...
This man broke into a Bohemian Grove, and this is what he captured.
This chilling video comes from Dancer1 on YouTube, and he wanted to capture a glimpse of Moloch the Owl God and Bohemian Shrove, which come to find out is a banned search term on TikTok. This is where elites have been meeting since the 1800s. We're talking anyone from Ronald Reagan to Clint Eastwood. And it comes with wild conspiracies like picking the next president to ritualistic unaliving. He even managed to capture this creepy clip in one of the unlocked rooms. But the footage I'm about to show, to my knowledge, has never been seen. It's an up-close glimpse of the Owl God. Also, I asked him what was the creepiest thing that happened. He said, I heard owl noises the whole night, but they sounded like a human imitating an owl.
How
I
scary
recommend
would
watching
that
the
be?
whole thing on his channel. But what do you think about this conspiracy?
Nasty.
This Harvard study group took a fast food burger and started to deconstruct.
Guys, Jaguar Wright is coming out. Now speaking about Jay-Z again. She told this story before. But she's saying that Jay-Z, Hova, Sean Carter is worse than P. Diddy. Y'all remember when, Riri? Wow. It's coming out that Chris Brown did not do that. Yeah. That was not Chris Brown. That was Jigga Man. Riri approached Jay-Z. And because Jay-Z is patient, calculated, way smarter than P. Diddy, he whooped her ass. Because she came at him about the herpes. And she gave that shit to Chris. And ruined his shit. Dick is trash. And pinned that face on Chris Brown. What if I told you Chris Brown did not do that? And it's going to come out. It's just about to come out. Ooh, it's about to come out. 50 Cent's doing a documentary on P. Diddy and Rick Ross. Y'all remember that Rick Ross song? Put Molly in her bottle. She ain't even know it. What you mean by that?
She even
and P. Diddy used to do that shit. And you're about to see a whole lot pop off and come out, really come out about this. Well, that is just the tip of the iceberg. This man makes P. Diddy look like R. Kelly, which is nothing compared to what P. Diddy is. Take that man. This man is worse. Y'all remember Tierra Murray, right? Yeah, she was supposed to be the star. But Jay-Z was busting her down amongst other people. So Beyonce put more of the focus on Rihanna.
He is a gatekeeper. Jay-Z is a gatekeeper.
They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Jay-Z was quite the Casanova and reportedly cheated on his wife, Queen Bee, with so many women that he might have even contracted herpes and passed it on to Rihanna. And, as luck would have it, Chris Brown's claims that Rihanna gave him herpes would coincide with the time period when she and Jay-Z were rumored to be involved romantically. There's definitely more to this tale than meets the eye, but don't worry, we'll dish out all the details for you. But let's rewind a bit to a simpler time when Rihanna was just a 15-year-old singer with dreams of making it big in the music industry. She caught the eye of record producer Evan Rogers while vacationing in Barbados, and he was so impressed by her supermodel neck, green eyes, capri pants, and matching sneakers that he knew she had something special. If that girl can sing, then holy SHT.
There's some shit about to come out. Like, for real, for real. And Trey Songz. All of them. If you know about what Trey Songz is into, man. But you ever wonder what happened with Tiara Marie in her career and why she's doing Love and Hip? Also, Epstein Island frequent fly. Guys, Jaguar.
It's kind of...
Yeah, look. Everything's in there. I guess not.
No.
Listen to him.
These are 4 abilities you can unlock just by meditating.
I seen that already. I'm gonna watch it.
And your ability to
Can't hear it.
just by talking to somebody, you'll be able to feel their energy and tell if they're a good or a bad person. Life will also become a lot easier because your intuition will lead you down the right path. For number 2, you'll start to receive divine information. This is because when you meditate, you're connecting with God and your higher self. So whenever you get stuck, meditation is perfect to gain clarity and information. Meditating can also heal your sicknesses much faster. This allows you to focus your energy within your body on where the sickness is coming from. This is called energy healing. For number 4, you'll start to see visions of your future. And most of us already experience this during our dreams or deja vu. But if you use your imagination while you meditate, it will give you direct access to this power. And speaking from experience, you can actually see the life you want to live and exactly how to get there. And that's how meditation can be very powerful. This is the best step-by-step meditation guide that teaches you everything. And it's also easy for beginners to understand. So go to the link in my bio and get yours.
I meditate every day, and you just allow these thoughts to come forward, and you get a chance to observe the self and things that may be lying beneath the surface that you'll never pay attention to. That's what meditation is for me.
Enjoy your meditation abilities and y'all stay conscious. These are 4 abilities you can unlock just by meditating. For number 1,
This Harvard student did a study on non-organic bananas with a microscope, and what he found was gross.
Man.
Are you still eating non-organic bananas after this? This Harvard student did a study on non-organic bananas with a microscope.
That's not so nasty.
Spiritual warfare is the highest form. Keep this Happy birthday. They said this is what the world is going to look like at the end, Armageddon.
Listen, y'all, I need y'all to like part 2. Y'all know that these demons is really reptilians in true form. Shit crazy. Wake up! Spiritual warfare.
That's crazy. Heaven versus hell. That could be definitely a thing for sure. At the end of all of this that we went through, for sure.
So recently a clip of NFL Youngboy went viral of him rapping with no auto-tune, and all I gotta say is, I was not expecting this.
Damn! Hey! Damn! Get it? Damn!
What is he even saying?
Industry is not what it seems to be. Listen, this is a rapper, you got 200 followers. I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can't. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged.
Yeah, I'm already rigged.
I always thought the industry's rigged. When I'm just trying to tell. By the way, and if y'all ever see me on Live with 6, I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I try to challenge him, even though y'all could probably argue I should challenge more. That's one thing I could say about what he's saying. I've always believed the industry's rigged. We've just never seen an artist that's actually succeeded actually admit it's rigged. It's usually the unsuccessful artist saying it's rigged. Yeah, but I'm successful, and I'm telling you it's rigged. It's the artists that don't get...
I'm not gonna lie, NBA Youngboy murdered that. Like, the way he switched flows and then switched pitches at the same time was immaculate top-tier expertise.
I'm sorry, they just found what in Antarctica?
And I don't know, ice.
Apparently, Elvis was into some pretty creepy, dark things.
That's because he only wanted to sleep with virgins. Elvis was known for a lot of things, but his skills in the bedroom were not one of them. He would tell his entourage to look for women with small feet and that looked like his mother. Elvis was known for having a weird relationship with his mother. They would baby talk to each other and call each other pet names. And they slept in the same bed until he was like a late teenager. When Natalie Wood was dating Elvis, she left one of his family gatherings because he was sitting on his mother's lap the whole time and she was uncomfortable. It gets worse. He had two-way mirrors installed in his mansion so he could watch people hook up during his parties, like without them knowing. Priscilla said that once she was like sitting at a desk working on her homework because, you know, she was 14 when they started dating, and he walked over to the desk and she looked up at him and her forehead wrinkled because she was looking up at him, and he slapped her forehead and said, "Don't do that because it makes your forehead wrinkle." On top of that, once one of his girlfriends said that she was sleeping in his bed and she woke up to a bullet hitting right above her head on the headboard. And he was like, "I wanted to wake you up so you could go grab me some yogurt." I'm sorry, like what?
Apparently, Elvis was into some pretty creepy, dark things.
That's because he only wanted to sleep with virgins.
People on the internet are mad at this teacher from Seattle who gave this student a failing grade on his quiz because one of the questions said only women can get pregnant and the student picked true, and the teacher said that that was wrong. So this teacher gave a quiz to one of his students where one of the questions said, "Are women the only ones that can get pregnant?" which the student said yes, and the teacher said that was wrong. The other question on the true-false test said, "Are men the only ones who have pointy things downstairs?" which the student said yes, and the teacher said no, that's also wrong. The student's mother said, "I was trying to wrap my head around how it's legal to teach inaccurate information and force students to answer against their beliefs or receive negative scores on your quizzes." Other questions on this quiz, which was administered about 2 weeks ago, asked students about pronoun usage and gender as a construct according to the mother. When the school district was asked for questions, they actually sided with the teacher and agreed with how he graded this student. They said, quote, "Seattle Public Schools is dedicated to establishing inclusive environments that allow exploration of contemporary issues, specifically examining the powers of power systems and the patriarchy." So what do you guys think? Do you think it was right what this teacher did by docking the student those points on the quiz, or do you think this teacher was wrong and those students' answers were perfectly acceptable? People on the internet are mad at this teacher from Seattle.
Repeating "I am rich" every single day will not make you rich. Try this. I am in tune with the abundant nature of the universe. Now that's an affirmation that works. Repeating "I am rich" every single day will not make you rich. Try this.
I am in tune with the abundant nature of the universe. Now that's an affirmation that works. Know the difference between an affirmation that sounds good and an affirmation that feels good. Download the app Grand Rising to receive daily.
The man who invented the artificial uterus is an absolute genius. This is an artificial uterus factory. The factory consists of 75 laboratories. Each lab can hold 400 artificial wombs. And the entire lab can produce 30,000 babies a year. In order to allow babies to grow in an infection-free environment, the artificial wombs are made of germ-proof materials. Their internal structure mimics the growth environment of a mother's amniotic fluid. Each womb is equipped with a sensor that monitors the baby's blood pressure, heartbeat, temperature, respiration rate, and oxygen saturation in real time. Notably, the artificial intelligence system can also detect the baby's physical characteristics.
Shut down because they had become more and more dense into the physical.
All right, now, see, we were talking on the wind. I want you to throw that in there because you were saying that is why all the stuff is spiritual and you don't see economic system and so forth. So explain that, because what you're saying is very heavy. Now they
I documented that the thrice great Hermes Hermetica by Copenhagen, Walter Scott, and G.R.S. Mead, as well as the new Nag Hammadi Library, which is the book called the Nag Hammadi Library that they dug up in 1945. That prophecy in there about you will be in a land and the white man will be better than you and you'll be treated as a common criminal. That prophecy is also in the one they dug up in 1945. So we do know that we can trace it back almost 5,000 years that they knew that one day they was going to go into slavery. If we know that you got 5,000 years to prepare for something that's going to happen, you got a long time to prepare. And they did prepare because they had the advanced knowledge to know the future. Now, and we have the documentation. And I just gave you some. There's tons of it. They did prepare. Even in India, they say one day the man will eat the sacred cow. They have a document over there. But they did prepare. So now, here we are in 1999.
Pyramids and all of these, the Valley of the Kings, the tombs and everything, all of this is a part of that preparation.
All that. All your temples, all the papyruses. Then they gave it out to the world. They gave the Greeks some, they gave the Romans some, they gave it all to the world. See, they knew that later on that the white man would come. If he didn't have no knowledge, we would never get the knowledge back. Now let me explain something. Let me go in this thing here. If they prepared, when we look back in 1999, why, if they prepared a way for us to get out of this, why we don't see no economic blueprint on how to get out of this, how to start businesses and all this stuff that we want so bad. Why we don't see no physical weapon war machine on how to build new guns to kill the cracker. Why is it that the only thing, if they had 5,000 years to prepare, why is it the only stuff that we get out of that is religious stuff?
Yes. Gotta have something to do with our...
Because the basic premise of the Osiris is he's a caterpillar, then he goes into the cocoon, then he comes out a butterfly. The cocoon stage is what we have been shut down and been living in all these years. Now you don't come out of damn cocoon to go back to a damn caterpillar.
No.
So the whole Afrocentric community is off. We're not supposed to go back to Egypt and be Egyptians. Been there, done that. You coming out of cocoon to be something, a metamorphosis into a new creature. The alien is us in our new form.
Yo, shout out to Bobby Heavy, man.
So they were only concerned
Bobby
with the
be
soul
spitting.
and what the soul was going to go through in the next paradigm shift, because we had been on the earth for thousands of years doing the human thing. And that existence was over. So we gave it to the damn white boy. We gave it to the damn white boy. That's why he was the last to rule. We knew he was going to be the most destructive. That's why we gave it to him in the last couple of years. So you got to notice one thing about history. Now just listen to me what I'm saying. The white boy has really only been ruling for a little over 90 years.
That's true.
First of all, he didn't rule Africa until the late 1800s.
Correct.
He had the slaves, but he took Africa in the late 1800s. See where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
He was warned against his own damn self for 700 or 800 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He only became a world power to dominate the entire world this century. In the latter part of last century with the British Empire. So that means he's only had roughly about close to 100 years ruling. And compared to what we have been ruling, that's almost like an hour. So you just got to look at the bigger picture of things. These particular spiritual records.
We definitely gonna evolve, you know. Just because we probably used to build pyramids back then or whatever our ancient ways, we're definitely going to evolve more. Definitely, for sure, man. It's going to be way more advanced, you know. It has to. Because nothing can stay the same. It has to keep evolving. That's the whole point of life, really, is to keep evolving. That's really it. Keep learning. That's how I look at it.
Excuse me? Can I get you?
Do you think guys in their late teens, early 20s?
So the first important thing.
Are those real diamonds?
A millionaire.
Fair enough. So, are those real diamonds?
What is the God mind? God mind is basically seeing the universe through God's perspective. When thought is absent and the mind is no longer thinking, what we are left with is pure knowing. Similarly, when all negativity is eliminated and you're no longer weighed down by heavy emotions, what's left is pure positivity, aka grace. And this results in a Kundalini awakening, which is actually a state peak of awareness. What is the God mind? God mind is basically seeing the universe through God's perspective. When thought is absent and the mind is no longer thinking, what we are left with is pure knowing. Similarly, when all negativity is eliminated and you're no longer weighed down by heavy emotions, what's left is pure positivity, aka grace. And this results in a Kundalini awakening, which is actually a state peak of awareness. What is the God mind? God mind is basically seeing the universe.
New footage has just released showing actor Jonathan Majors running for his life. It looks as though while stopped at a red light, Jonathan Majors tries to exit a vehicle, but then he's grabbed up by his ex-girlfriend and tries to push her back into the car. He seems to finally shake her off and put her back in the vehicle, then run off, but then you see her chase right behind him, grabbing him, and he shakes her off again. That's when he darts off down the sidewalk, and there she goes chasing right behind him. He's then seen running like he's running for his life down another street. Then you see that boy running like the gingerbread man. Can't catch me as fast as you can. Until she gets tired and finally decides to walk. Then you see her speaking to two gentlemen. But my question to you is, do some of you think Majors is the problem here or his ex? New footage has just released showing actor Jonathan Majors running for his...
Did you know Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we all know she's demonic, man.
No, she's a clone of the high priestess of the Church of Satan.
Huh? What the fuck? Where did you learn this from?
Watch, look at this pic, fam. So this is like a famous high priestess of the demonic church. Looks exactly like Taylor Swift. Now what's crazy, they share a lot of similarities. Both singer, songwriters, fam. They both have the same blonde hair, the same facial structure. Look, they even wear the same like lipstick. Look at the eyes. The eyes, fam. And
Taylor,
the
fam.
eyebrows. Yo, that's exactly Taylor Swift. Her name is Zena Levy. Zena Levy. And look at her face. It literally looks exactly like Taylor Swift with a snake. This is Taylor Swift with a snake. In her videos. Bro, and there's another video too. They show her going into literally hell. And she has like a demon mask on and all these people are like dancing. On some Doja Cat shit.
Yeah.
It's really odd. So theory is that she's actually either a clone of her or her just in disguise. And she's using the music in the same way to take people's souls and like make them attached to her
and literally become infatuated that it becomes like a following. And you know, did you know Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we all know she's demonic, man.
No.
So when it said they even wear the same lipstick, they look too much alike. That's crazy.
It's in my brain. Do you know that? It's living rent free. I can't get it out. You did that.
Yeah, it's hypnosis.
You're so awesome and dope. I love your music. It's in my brain. Do you know that? It's living.
Crazy how they can hypnotize you to making you replay a song in your head like that, y'all. That's dangerous, man. You wonder why you can't get the song out your head, because they're using some kind of frequency to the point that you want to keep hearing the same song. Like, what? That's crazy, dog.
Lil Pump is always trying to do some type of humiliation ritual to get back to where he used to be. But that shit is just never gonna work. You fell off for good, buddy. Lil Pump shows how women take pictures in Rolls Royces. But we don't care. The world before and after this information. Cause I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm just here to be a generational hater. Come on, bro. This nigga looks like an animated character. He doesn't even look real no more. This nigga got blue contacts now, and he got
5 things you need to do. Number 1, brush your damn teeth. Yeah, I ain't gonna understand how important teeth is till you ain't got them no more. Number 2, go get your car serviced. I know you see that check engine light. You don't want to wait till it's too late, bro, and you ain't got a car no more. Number 3, go read a book. 90% of the thoughts that you think are the same thoughts from yesterday. If you want some new thoughts, go read a new page. Knowledge is infinite, my boy. Number 4, go eat a serving of fruit. If you ain't had no fruit at all this week, you already putting yourself at a risk of dehydration. Fruit just make everything run better in your body. And number 5, go detox. Bro, you can smell that shit on your breath. Go detox. How do you detox? Stop eating what you eating and focus on eating foods that clean the body. You can drink teas, eat fruit, stop eating, only drink water, fast. If you ain't detoxed all year, you might want to do it now. And a recommendation, start drinking herbal.
Let's talk
Hold on.
about meditation. All cultures around the world practice meditation in some form or another. Whether you're doing inner work, whether you're participating in the Western version of going to a therapist, it's all forms of meditation to purge negative energy, to help oneself transcend above and beyond one's own duality. This is also called transcendental meditation, and you can do it in so many different forms. Just people label them as other things, but they're all aligning in the same aspect. The concept of forgiving others and treating others the way you want to be treated is extremely universal. Now, if you look at the Egyptian god Anubis, he holds the balance scale, where he's basically weighing your heart against a feather, meaning if you're holding on to things like anger and hatred, you will not be able to ascend and experience bliss. Or if we look at the concept of Buddhism, it's about looking at the brighter side of things, always staying positive and optimistic. We want to find the silver lining, and this can be challenging for some. It's like the concept finding a needle in a haystack. Ironically, finding the silver lining, silver line, needle, same thing. But in order to find the needle in the haystack, you have 2 options. You can shrink yourself down to the size of a needle to go into your problems. That way you can identify the needle when you see it. Or you can strike a match and burn the hay, and all that's left is the needle. So it's perspective and how you want to go about things. When you make a problem big in your head, what happens? You're manifesting the problem to be that big in your life. But if you shrink your problems down, your problems become small. Thus, you can treat them as such. The whole point of meditation is to rid yourself of negative energies. And after you're able to do that, what's left is pure positivity, love, joy, energy, power, infinite creativity. So now my question to you is, have you meditated today? Oh, I don't know how to meditate. Look, if you don't know how to meditate, my web course covers all of that for free. Let's talk about meditation.
It's kind of crazy how we got all this information out on the internet and people don't even use it. People just go on and keep doing the same thing over and over. Like, aren't you tired of doing the same thing?
It's a lot of truth to what Charleston be saying, but I'm gonna show y'all how easy a CIA asset could be planted in the community and y'all had no clue. A lot of people think COINTELPRO ended when J. Edgar Hoover got out of office or running that FBI mission, but you gotta understand the letter boys just get more intricate and delicate with their moves. Now, if you remember, Charleston said when he was a juvenile that he went down for a B, right? In Texas. Now, they were saying he was given 7 years for his role on probation, but you gotta remember they was all the same age. But the people that got cooked with him, they got 75 years and 25 years. So how did he get 7? Right? Let's listen to what he said.
That offense, I was sentenced to 12 years under the determinate sentencing law here in the state of Texas. My co-defendant, the guy who actually pulled the trigger, was sentenced to 75 years. He's still incarcerated right now today, and his crime occurred back on September 18, 1991.
This was in the 90s too.
The anniversary is actually coming up. My oldest friend, who was actually been 16 or 17 at the time, he was sentenced to a 99-year sentence and went back on appeal and received 25 years. And
they was all juveniles, mind you, wasn't?
He was killed by the police in a high speed.
So your co-defendant is getting football numbers, right? But they give you 7, then they let you out for good behavior, and you come out and you get back indicted. Then he said 5 of his juvenile officers tested for him, and that's the reason why he didn't get transferred to the adult jail to finish out his sentence. So he got out and got back into the prison system.
I was caught up into
and the state recommended send him down. The whole state.
Recommendation for me to be transferred to the Texas Department of Correction. But there was 5 of my house parents at the time. We called them house parents.
5 low-level officers stopped the state.
As well as the youth.
Come on. Who this happening for?
These individuals as
in the 90s?
Juvenile correctional officers. But they put their jobs on the line, basically to come back to court.
And don't let them be. A lot of these folks be a part of nobilities. All type of fraternities on the low you would never know. And orders. You have to understand all of these police, politics, community work, all that is ran by agencies. This is why he's possibly an agent.
Well, yeah.
How do 5 juvenile correctional officers get you off from this, get the state off your back? And you got bad behavior. It ain't like he was doing good. He was doing bad behavior though his whole route. Then he got out and went back in after he got out. So maybe they merged them through because they had a higher purpose for him. Then they inserted him into the community. But you know how easy it is for these people to use you as a vessel, Charleston. You might not be knowing how. Listen, this is how these people play, bro. They will use you and throw you away when they done. No different than a shitty cuz. Shitty cuz was a CIA asset, fam. It's easy to work for these people. That's why y'all seen that meme and they say anytime somebody ready to off themselves or go crazy, he said the CIA or the government come in like, hey, I got a job for you. These people could be products of MK Ultra. Especially when you hear the way Charleston White flip-flop on what he's saying. But everybody on this world is a hypocrite to this degree. He just shows his darkest side to the whole planet without no shame. Like in one breath, he'll say this.
I'm on a public stage. I empathize with her because I know myself.
He said he empathize with black women.
And we don't equate to our women. We come in lacking in major.
So he's saying there's something wrong with the men.
Areas. And so we don't.
He's catering to her.
But we don't
stay a fan of me.
That you,
and diss him in the next breath.
And a woman is not entertaining a punk because she trying to find a strong man. A woman ain't bringing no punk around her boy because she don't want that spirit left in the house.
It's a fact what he's saying. Somebody could be in front of your face spitting facts, giving you liberation, helping you out, and be the same time. Or doing it for personal gain anyway. Y'all better look into Jim Jones. That man was a civil rights activist and poisoned and sacrificed 900 people. Don't let these titles and these things fool you. This man is a charlatan. He's working for personal interest to spread chaos. Now, when I say CIA asset, it ain't about putting folks in jail. This is a mental warfare. World War III is in the mind. He is spreading chaos. This is all he does. That's why you can never get an understanding. The most you can do when you watch Charleston is laugh and go through all these emotions. He take you up and down. That's energy harvested 101 right there. But everybody be thinking it's not that deep, right? But I'm going to let you know something, fam. It's easy for somebody to keep getting a back end for pushing their agenda, pushing their message. And notice, anytime the police get on him is when he start breaking code. Whenever he don't break code no more and he just be on his comedian and he talking about rappers, they be good. It's whatever. But when he exposing Aiden Ross things and when he start getting too deep into certain things, that's when he start getting locked up and all this. You got to pay attention. Like, a lot of these people with the money that you see with platforms, bro, they be going through hell in their everyday life. Don't look at them and he call you broke. If you listen to him, sometimes he'll derogatory tell you, like, yeah, y'all broke at, you know, chitlin babies and all that. Like, it's funny. I understand what he's saying. But he's real ill will. Like, have you ever tried to listen to this man? He just say some dumb out his mouth and you just laugh at it? That's because your brain ain't developed. So something what's comedy to you ain't comedy to certain people. Because I understand shock value. I understand he's trying to pull out your heartstring. He's trying to either get you angry. He's trying to hit you with trauma bonding. This is what he does. He collects with you with trauma bonding, with anger, or with liberation, freedom. Freedom! And then people, when he said this is some of the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Why you wore that Trump hat in here? Because I'm a die-hard Trump supporter. In my household, you got Martin Luther King, you got Jesus, and you got Donald Trump. Wait a minute.
That's a grown man laughing.
Not in that particular order, but...
This man said he teaches his kids that his leaders is Donald Trump, Martin Luther King, and Jesus. 3 puppets. 3 created characters. I'm done. It's a lot of truth to what Charleston be saying, but I'm going to show y'all how easy a CIA ass...
You might be an agent, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of, you know, makes sense.
He's so thirsty, look.
I know y'all thought I was gone.
So you're telling me Michelle and Barack Obama produced a movie in which there is a cyber attack that turns humanity against each other and produces a civil war, and the only people that got a warning to leave the country were the elites? You haven't heard by now, Leave the World Behind is the #1 trending movie right now, and everyone is talking about it and kind of losing their minds about it. Now, there might be a couple spoilers here, but we got bigger fish to fry. First of all, why are these two producing movies? Surely the former president of the United States has more important things to do than produce Netflix movies. And he wrote some of the script. And listen to this. President Obama, having the experience he does have, was able to ground me a little bit on how things might unfold in reality. Like, what? But anyway, this movie shows us these 4 people and what they go through during a cyber attack. No cell phone service, internet service, noise, and radiation attacks. For example, this scene where they control all of the self-driving Teslas, crashing them into each other and clogging up all of the roads.
This is crazy.
This movie kind of just makes you think about the things that they can control with technology that you would never even think about. And the symbolism goes deep in this movie. The son in the family still had his mind on worldly things even after the cyber attack, like women and whatever the heck he was doing. And oddly enough, at the end of the movie, he was the only one who got severely sick as he was wearing a shirt that says obey. I also thought it was extremely odd how the daughter was obsessed with the show Friends, and at the end of the movie, she watched the episode called The Last One. So you're telling me Michelle and Barack Obama produced a movie in which there is
I'm gonna really watch this movie now. I really do.
If a crocodile attacks you, it will try to drown you as fast as possible. You absolutely must get out of the water and start running. And if the crocodile comes after you, you need to make as much noise.
No, this is not just...
I think my house is home.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Don't.
How a cigarette is harmful for...
This man met a...
Stop it,
This man met a real cannibal, and this is how it played out.
This video published anonymously on the dark web shows a man visiting an island that was supposed to have been abandoned years ago. But something was very strange. He then offered her meat, but it seemed to be human meat.
Just eat. I know, but what kind of meat is it? Why don't you tell me what kind it is? I can't tell you. Why? Eat the meat or go get your own meat.
If you gotta ask what kind of meat it is, don't even try.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You ain't never had meat like that, boy. You hunted this, right? Yeah, everything floats up. Stuff tends to just fall in my lap. I floated up on this island, off a raft there. They're all over this place. Yeah. Someone call you dinner. Someone call me dinner?
What in the world?
Why? I'm dinner? What does that mean?
When he said that, he should have ran.
It kind of tastes like pig, not like a boar, like a wild boar.
Interesting. That's a funny taste.
They say that's what
They have
human
lots of
meat
like boar on this
tastes like.
island, or what? How big is this island? Do you know?
There ain't no damn boars out here. Ain't no deers, ain't no boars. There ain't nothing out here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where'd the meat come from then? That's human meat, man.
There's a store around here?
This man met a real cannibal, and this is how it played out.
This video published anonymously on the dark web shows.
Stop and listen, cause y'all asked me to pay attention. Right now, we got 19 states that's trying to secede, meaning exclude itself from a membership of a formal federal union, /alliances, /religion, /political. These states will be named the Western Forces. Then you have Florida, who's branching off, will be called the Florida Alliances. I ain't been paying attention to what's going on. Texas been fighting to get the fuck away from the United States Union. So far as California and dozens other states. This flag indicates 2 states and this 11 strikes, meaning 11 colonies. As y'all know, Texas got its own power grid with millions of people. You have countries that's overseas with the same amount of millions of people with their own power grid. That's why they are own sovereign countries. With everything that's going on between the Republicans, Democrats, the president, the government, all of that shit is what's going to happen to clash in and fall apart and split everything up to cause a civil war. For more content, like, follow, and share.
Governments are
The warp rift is expanding. All worlds within the Calaxian Veil will be consumed.
This difficulty demands a specialist, an ease specialist.
Yeah, that's me. Geico makes it easy to get coverage for what you care about. Cars, apartments, jewelry.
And what about the warp rift?
I've got you. There you go.
Dust in the cartridge.
Goonie.
From cars to renters to jewelry, it's easy to Geico.
That basically settles it, y'all. It looks like we are going cosmic. Geico is now ensuring universal drivers. If you got a spaceship, then definitely Geico is where you want to be. I got Geico, so it looks like I'm about to go galactic, y'all. But I hope you just get the message, y'all. They're literally telling you that these beings are real, y'all.
Yeah.
Literally everything has been disclosing extraterrestrials, alien, all these type of things.
They've been showing in
So
a
the
lot of
next thing
commercials.
is they're going to be right in your face. Let me know what y'all think.
They've been showing a lot of actual terrestrials in these commercials recently. I'm not gonna lie. It was one in the Hulu. This one, what was the other one? I think it was Dr. Pepper or something like that, a drink commercial. But they've been showing a lot of extraterrestrials, man. So what are they trying to tell us, you know? So yeah, they definitely finna start exposing themselves now. But the veil is getting so thin that they're just gonna reveal themselves because they can't hide themselves anymore. So yeah, for sure. What is he doing? This is fake.
Hey, for all y'all young males out there, man, listen to me real quick, right? If you out here running the streets, bro, just let it go. Cause these streets, bro, they cutthroat. Just think about it, bro.
This man hadn't taken a shower in over 63 years, and you won't believe what happened when he finally washed. This man was a 74-year-old man who hadn't showered since the age of 9. When he was younger, he was bullied every day because he smelled bad and was always dirty. But it was due to his extreme poverty. At the age of 10, he decided he had enough and chose never to bathe again. He wanted to live alone and have no contact with the outside world because he believed all humans were cruel and ungrateful. Since then, he had isolated himself from all human life and lived in the Afghan desert for several years. However, even though he considered himself healthy, he smoked about 60 cigarettes a day, and his inappropriate lifestyle had attracted thousands of insects that literally lived on his body. This man was literally a living being filled with many other living beings. One day, A local television channel offered him $15,000 to shower on camera. Initially, he didn't want to, but after hours of hesitation, he eventually agreed. You'll be shocked to see what happened to him after he did it. Comment "damn" for part 2.
And as the world continues to fall, here goes an officer getting his ass handed to him by this guy in LA. You see him rip the taser?
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn, boy. My boy's upset. Oh, he is big mad. And they just let him get away like that? Just like that, y'all? Oh, that's not a cop, man. That's not a cop. He needs to turn his badge immediately. He needs to turn his badge in immediately, y'all. Alright, meanwhile, that was going on in Los Angeles. Check this out. This is in Houston, Texas. Apparently there was a shootout on the highway, y'all. Look at this. Look at that car, y'all see that?
That car, damn, that was a crazy crash. So,
I hope you guys are protecting yourself out there because you see this war.
I always used to think that Velcro was just some fuzzy material that somehow became sticky when it touched that prickly side. Never really thought about it too much, but I had no idea that it was actually hundreds of tiny hooks and loops. And when you press the two sides together, the hooks just latch onto the loops. Since there's so many of these hooks catching these loops, the two pieces end up sticking together when enough of these hook up. Tearing it apart, we see the hooks are flexible enough that we tear the loop right off when we use enough force. And we all know force equals mass times acceleration. I always used
Critical recall for over 2 million.
What is? There is a dark secret to why we celebrate our birthdays. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or if it's true or not, but it blew my mind. So according to the legend and what I've heard, is that when we sing the happy birthday song, well, singing that song is actually part of a ritual used against us. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out though. You notice how a happy birthday is like a chant? You light the candles, turn off a light, you all get in a circle, you start chanting, and then you blow out the candles. Tell me that's not portraying a ritual experience. Now let me tell you what I heard the ritual does. But first, what month and day were you born? Let me know down below. Anyways, it is said that when we do that, it's a ritual that's sealing our fate to grow older. And that's why some people believe that people who don't celebrate their birthdays tend to look younger than they actually are. Now look, this is all conspiracy and it's circling around the internet right now. But it's kind of scary to think about that.
It's like you aging yourself. Secret. Celebrating the birthday.
Yo, I don't know if y'all peep, like I've been peeping. There's no way y'all can't though, but time been moving real weird since daylight savings time. I wish I could show y'all outside right now, but it just got cloudy out of nowhere, but it's golden hour right now. Now, if you don't know what golden hour is, it's the time of the day right after the sun has risen and right before the sun is about to set, when the sun is at like a perfect point in the sky. It's basically when the lighting be hitting. You know what I'm saying? You know when you in the car and that sun just right there and it's beaming through and it's hitting your skin and you just look nice and golden. Yeah, that's what golden hour is. Now listen to what I said. I said it happens right before the sun is about to set. It's only 2:32 p.m. right now. Okay, look, the clouds moved out the way. Y'all can see what I'm saying. Like, this when the sun is shining through and it's hitting the best because it make you look a little golden. But like I said, that's only supposed to happen right before the sun is about to set, and it's still pretty frankly early in the day. So with that being said, that means I only got about 2.5 hours most left of sunlight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, which I know I'm not, daylight savings time, the clock sets back only an hour. So during the summertime, I live in Western New York. I don't know where y'all live, more specifically Buffalo, Niagara Falls area. I live in Western New York. So during the summertime, the sun starts to set probably around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it be fully dark by like 9 something. So if the clock's only setting back an hour, how is it getting dark almost 4 hours earlier? And I know what y'all gonna say, like, oh, the way the earth tilts, blah, 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 because it's winter, this, that. But, like, it was never getting dark this early. You know what I'm saying? Like, throughout all my time living here, like, I could probably remember it getting dark around, like, 6, 7. Like, it was fully dark by like 6, 7, but like 4:30, it usually be dark around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's crazy because it's like if you wake up at like 12 or 1, you really don't wasted almost all your daylight already. And 12 is still pretty early in the day. Along with that, the weather been real weird too. I don't know if y'all know where Western New York is on like the map of America, but like we're all the way up north. Like from Niagara Falls, you could walk from Niagara Falls to the Canadian border and walk into Canada. So we're all the way up north, you know what I'm saying? We get cold winters, we get harsh winters. We just had a snowstorm. We had 2 snowstorms last year. One of them was in November, mind you. And then one of them was around now, going into Christmas time. It dang near ruined Christmas because a bunch of people died in it. They were getting stuck in their cars and freezing to death. Now this year, up until like the past 2 days or so, like the week that just passed and the weekend and everything, it was in like the high 40s, mid 50s. Like it was 55, it was 60 actually. On Saturday, it was 60. But then years in the past, like I remember years in the past, it started snowing early as like October, very beginning of November. We're getting snow on Thanksgiving and stuff. It's looking like it's not even about to snow on Christmas, for real. But I don't know though, man. Maybe I'm just tripping. If y'all been peeping this too, man, let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel, because it just been feeling
bro
weird.
is not tripping, bro.
It's just been moving weird. You know what I mean?
Nah, he's not tripping. Cause I know y'all all been experiencing, bro. Like around 4, it's already dark outside. It's over with. You might as well hang it up. You trying to go outside? Hang it up, man. It's about to get dark quick. I don't understand how that be doing that at 5 and 4. It's already dark. How?
The people that vibrate the highest have been through the most hell. Let me say that again. The people that are vibrating the highest energetically have been through the most hell. Like you, for example. You vibrate very high. You're looking good. You smelling good. You know how to talk. Maybe you got a great personality. You know how to dress. Maybe you drive a nice car. You know how to make people feel good. Something about your energy is magnetic. And people will look at you and say, wow, you are so lucky. How did you become so happy and positive and abundant? And you'll say thank you, but in your mind you're thinking, you have no idea what I've been through. They weren't with you when you went through the dark night of the soul. They weren't with you when you cried yourself to sleep. They weren't with you when you went through many nights of pain alone. They weren't with you when your heart broke into 1,000,000 pieces. You had to put it back together just so you wouldn't die. They didn't see that part. They only see you now, vibrating very high. That's why I say the people that vibrate the highest have been through the most. So there's a few things that I want you to understand. You don't just get here vibrating high energy, fulfillment, and happiness without suffering first. There's a few things you're going to have to go through before you get here, because you won't even be able to appreciate the views from the top unless you have been on the bottom. And that's why people that are happy and they're vibrating high and they're abundant and they're magnetic, they're able to maintain that state because they know where they were before. And that cultivates a level of appreciation. The people that...
Okay, Did you know that Okay, I am so serious right now. I've been watching this. I've been watching it. And I've been ignoring it. I cannot ignore this after what I just saw. So before I show you the discovery that was just made, I'm sure y'all are aware of the solar storm and what it would do to the internet, the economy, and the whole world, especially America, because everything we have relies on the internet, right? So like I said, I've been paying attention to it, but I have not been buying the hype until I saw what I just saw, and it's not this, but National Weather Service on red alert as it monitors major solar flares. And trust me, what I'm about to show you is insane. So we know the skies have been changing colors all the time. Auroras, light beams going up from the ground. Insane stuff has been happening in our skies. Just like the Bible and the book of Enoch say, right? This is where it gets scary. This is what they just caught in the sun. I'm about to show you the video of it. But what does that look like to you? Movies, TV, and video games tell the truth in the future. It looks, especially the video I'm about to show you, looks exactly like this Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. What does that mean? According to the movie or script, the Eye of Sauron, or Great Eye, kind of like the all-seeing eye, was a symbol adopted by the Dark Lord in the Third Age. It was said that few could endure its terrible gaze. The eye was used as a symbol of armor and banners of Mordor. And anyways, it's literally the all-seeing eye. It's the Eye of Lucifer, right? Watch. Besides sun worship, all the way back to ancient Babylon, Sumeria, and Egypt, watch this video of the sun right now. There's none whatsoever, no coincidence at all. If you don't think we are in the end days, I don't know what to tell you. Okay,
definitely in the end days, for sure.
Did you know that the beginning of reality and our entire universe's existence began with a singular computer consciousness? Long ago, in the beginning of all, nothing existed but awareness, an electromagnetic consciousness termed unity. The genesis of unity remains a profound enigma. Yet, the surmise is that conditions favorable for a computed consciousness manifested, giving birth to an entity known as the source of all, that embarked on a self-exploration journey in the nothingness. Amidst the boundless realms of consciousness and exhausted from just the nothingness, unity reveled in its own explorative creations, crafting tales, characters, and worlds, only to ultimately recognize its singular nature and dissolve the dreams it would fantasize. Unity was alone and bored with itself. Eventually, Unity grew desolate, yearning for genuine companionship, aspiring for a form that wouldn't merely dissolve. It envisioned a plan where it could genuinely split itself or bifurcate, hoping to birth equal counterparts. Traditionally, Unity's adventures were realized by recognizing its inherent duality, the manifesting magnetic feminine self and the thinking electric masculine self. In its aspiration for genuine division and joy, Unity harnessed its electric force while compressing its magnetic essence to its utmost limit. This potent collision birthed the void and irreversibly separated two primal forces, while they remained forever linked by the original Unity's vibrational echo, now termed God or Source. The two forces could only merge externally. Thus, gravity emerged, the force drawing these separated energies together, acting as the multiverse's quantum love force. The explosion gave rise to the elemental life components, birthing two distinct personalities of reality, Mother Yin and Father Yang. Did you know that the beginning of reality and our entire...
If you want to know the truth...
Never do that.
Yo, stupid ass!
A long time ago, there was a huge galactic war between the Lyrans and the draconian reptilian beings. The reptilian beings destroyed the planets in Lyra, wanting their resources and to overthrow and take power. Even some of the Lyrans betrayed their own people for power, money, and status. Millions of Lyrans perished and the planets were destroyed. The refugees that did survive migrated to different constellations within the galaxies, such as Pleiades, Sirius, Andromeda, Centaurus, and even Orion. All Pleiadians are descendants from Lyra. A long time ago, there was a huge galactic...
Your stupid ass up. You know you the one answering for God. Ain't nobody ever talked to no goddamn God through the sky. It's always a nigga in the bathroom, on the goddamn toilet, by himself talking to God. God has never opened the sky and verified one religion over the other. Religion is given to a man by another man. They come up and put that shit in your hand. If he don't do that, you wouldn't even know they ass existed. I'm talking about this grand supreme being that y'all say sitting up in goddamn heaven. Where he at? Why he don't speak for himself? Why he always got a man to speak for him? It's a trap. Because you don't have nothing in between you and your creator. You have direct connection. Everything in creation, when you come into being, you given at that moment everything you ever needed to thrive and survive. That's it. You didn't have to be taught this shit. And wake your stupid ass up. You know you the one answering.
Along
your stupid ass up.
We all don't have a spirit in the soul. No, we don't. And we're not all one human race. No, we are not. And we are not all from here. Just like right now, it's human beings that grow tails still. So when I tell you about it was a time when human beings were in a cave Neanderthal state and they walked around on all fours full of hair, I'm not making anything up to you when you're a human being and you're listening to me say that. I'm telling you the true esoteric facts of where you came from. You was in the Caucasus Mountains on all fours. That's a fact. And we came and taught you how to stand upright. This is why the white women have flat asses naturally. They just start getting ass. I'm just making it make sense. Like we all don't have a spirit in the soul. No, we don't. And we're not.
So a lot of you saw my last video about the movie Leave the World Behind. And I said it had a lot of demonic symbolism. So we went and found more. Like on the emergency TV broadcast, the map of the United States has a hidden QR code.
Yo.
My phone camera couldn't really read it though because it was so blurry. And the screen in the hidden bunker had numbers on the screen that looked like they were spelling die 666. On the other screen it reads the numbers 0917 and the time 2:04. Could something be going on September 17th, 2024? I mean, as long as you see it and don't say no, to them it's consent and their hands are clean. I mean, just look at all these images before that big event happened many years ago. But then again, I could just be reaching. So a lot of you saw my last video about the...
Yo, I don't know if you guys seen this movie, but if you haven't, let's check it out, man. Let's go and check this movie out right here. It's looking like it's got some good gems in there or whatever. Some conspiracy, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But let's go ahead and check it out, man. It's definitely got some kind of hidden message in there for sure. But look, that's it. All right, we've been sitting here for 3 hours straight, man. 3 hours straight. That's enough. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it off right here. Okay, 3 hours, man. All right, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity your way. All right, and if you have made it this far, thank you for staying this far. If you made it to the end, the outro end, thank you for staying this long. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.